morning to one and all present here, the galaxy of intellects, respected and honorable guest, respected director, faculty, and all my dear audience. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as we have gathered here at such a vibrant space like Vivekananda Kendra, we mark today a pinpoint precision of excellency. Today, CSAP has successfully gifted us amazing and qualified officers who will be taking part in the nation's building process in the field of administration, power, and security. Today we mark the date as the day of felicitating 50 new officers who cleared APSC CCE 2020 with flying colors. Before marking the event, we would love to take the honor and mark the day by lighting of the lamp. Light conquers over darkness and symbolizes new beginnings and victory. To begin the auspicious event and welcome success to the entire team of CSAP, we seek the blessings of the light, Lord, and the divine by lighting up the lamp. To light the lamp, I invite a respected Director of Civil Services Achievers Point, Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu, and Senior Faculty of Civil Services Achievers Point, Mr. Ijaz Ahmed, to come forward and light the lamp. The privilege of thanking each one of you for being present here. Today is indeed a huge success for Civil Services Achievers Point. It's the success of every parent who have always trusted the child. It's the success of every candidate who have given up so much of their time, so much of their effort, who have compromised so many things in life to achieve their goal. Thank you so much for giving up your efforts and never quitting from this long process. Civil Services Achievers Point is a premier coaching institute based in Guwahati, Northeast India, which provides intensive training programs for competitive examinations conducted under Union Public Service Commission, Assam Public Service Commission, Staff Selection Commission, banking exams, and other state-level examinations. Civil Services Achievers Point, CSAP, has devised a scientifically designed course using the best of pedagogy and adhering to the latest trends in the field of civil services to provide a holistic and effective training program that shall build up the foundational aptitude of the students right from the scratch. It is one of the most trusted institutes in the state of Assam, with 6 centers in Assam established in the last 4 years' time duration. CSAP believes that a region can be developed only when the youth of the regions will be empowered. With the motive of empowering the youths, CSAP has designed an awareness program under which it has spread the awareness to more than 5,000 students across the state of Assam in the last years. Civil Services Achievers Point has completed 3 years of its service with many successful results and collaborations with colleges and universities like Cotton University, Sonapur College, Gurucharan College, Silchar, BN College, Dhuburi, Dhokwa Khana College, Royal Global University, Bikali College, Gwalpara. The institute has also conducted more than 1,000 outreach programs of around 5,000 youths of the state to empower them by increasing their awareness in the field of various competitive exams. Civil Service Achievers Point has collaborative efforts with PETC cell of Assam Administrative Staff College, District Administration, Tinsukia under CSR funding of Coal India, along with a collaborative effort under CSR funding from Star Cements at Sonapur College. Furthermore, the new collaborations in addition are Sutia Development Council, Motok Autonomous Council, under whose the collaborations CSAP Civil Services Achievers Point has been providing coachings for around 200 students belonging to those community. There is also a significant phase and initiative that has been taken by CSAP. During the crucial time of COVID-19 pandemic, CSAP, in association with Assam Chhatra Parishad, a student-based political wing, initiated Mission 1000 in the first phase of 2020. Being one of a kind, this Mission 1000 in its first phase marked a successful registration of 1,500 candidates from different parts of Northeast India, out of which it was commendable and worth mentioning. The 1,000 meritorious students were given free online coaching, an intensive training of around 750 plus video lectures, 5,000 plus paper materials, and 50 plus mock test series were provided to them with an intention that no student shall lack preparation to conquer this battle of clearing the civil service examinations. With the initiatives and much dedication that has been given to the students and the society, I would love to take the privilege to come with the glorious results provided by CSAP. In the past 4.5 years, around 100 candidates qualified the civil service examinations and successfully became an officer. They are the one who will be grooming a healthy, a wealthy, and a better India tomorrow, breaking them into categories. 5 of them were selected in APSC CCE 2016. 34 were selected in APSC CCE 2018. 50 were selected in APSC CCE 2020. Summing up which, there has been a selection of 89 wonderful officers in APSC CCE examinations. Furthermore, 6 were appointed for CDPO, Child Development Project Officer, 4 in Sub-Inspector of Assam Police, 1 in Inspector of Statistics in the Directorate of Economics and Statistics, 3 in NET and SLET, 5 in TET, 1 in NE in PNRD, 1 under the Secretary Development of the Judiciary, Government of Assam. It is worth mentioning that today CSAP has come a long way along, and only the vote or the words of thanks are not enough to show our gratitude to all of us present here. Thank you so much, and let us give a huge round of applause to ourselves and to the entire team of CSAP. We know that the major role in a society is played by our parents and our teachers. Teachers, indeed, Guru, who has groomed us to reach this level. Teachers play the most important part. Teachers play the role of an irreplaceable place in the society. Today, taking up the privilege and to present a token of love, respect, and gratitude, I would love to invite the Senior Faculty of Civil Services Achievers Point, Ijaz Ahmed Sir, and Nivedita Nath Ma'am onto the stage, who will be felicitated with a token of love by our Director, Rajdeep Lekharu Sir. Them are not present. I convey my heartfelt thanks, respect, and gratitude. I would love to take the privilege of inviting our qualified officers who are present today here onto the stage, who will be felicitated with a token of love and gratitude by Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu Sir. As I call out the names, I request the candidates, the personalities to please come up on stage. Lakhyajit Gogoi, clear APSC CCE, Assam Civil Service. ACS Nilutpal Chetia. Thank you, Nilutpal Chetia. Assam Police Service, Kaushik Kalita.
Wave beats music.
Thank you, Kaushik Kalita. Assam Police Service, Naim Uddin. Thank you, Naim Uddin. Assam Police Service, Pranami Bharadwaj Bora. Thank you, Pranami Bharadwaj Bora. Assam Police Service, Avilash Borua. Thank you, Avilash Borua. Assistant Employment Officer, Manoj Datta. Thank you, Manoj Datta. Block Development Officer, Antaranga Talukdar. We have our staff faculty of CSAP, who is an ACS officer now, Mukibul Ali. Thank you, Mukibul Ali, sir. Block Development Officer Monashri Priyam Borua.
Wave beats music.
Congratulations to all the newly appointed officers. Moving forward, I would like to take the privilege of giving a brief of our star personality and the director of CSAP, Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu. Rajdeep Lekharu, a resident of Guwahati, Assam, is an alumnus of Cotton College and Assam Engineering College and has served as an electronics and telecommunication engineer in various reputed MNCs like Century, Link, Tata Teleservice, IBM, and so on. He has also been working for the upliftment of various communities of Assam, such as for the Morans, the Motoks, the Sutias, along with other communities from areas like Tamilpur, Karbi Anglong, and other parts of the states. He has a huge experience in the field of teaching for civil service examinations conducted under UPSC and APSC in the last 5 years, not only in Assam but also in Delhi. He is the founder, director, and chief mentor of Civil Services Achievers Point, CSAP, a premier coaching institute for civil services exams and various other competitive exams. Mr. Lekharu could expand his education venture to 6 physical centers across the state in just 3 years, apart from establishing various online centers in collaboration with various reputed universities and colleges across the region. During the pandemic period, his online mobile application named CSAP helped and hugely benefited the youth to stay motivated in their preparation. Under his able guidance, more than 40 students have successfully become civil servants and joined in various services under ACS, APSC, APS, and other allied services. Though he had the dream that he would be producing more than 100 officers in around 10 years, but it's worth mentioning that his dream has manifested into reality in just 4.5 years. Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu is also invited as guest faculty for exams conducted under UPSC and APSC at Assam Administrative Staff College, Cotton University, Royal Global University, Assam Engineering College, Dhokwa College, Sonapur College, Bikali College, BN College, GC College, Ramanuj Gupta Degree College, and many other such institutes across the state of Assam. He is also associated with a Delhi-based institute for UPSC called Dr. Sudhir's Classes for General Studies. Under his exemplary inspiration, guidance, and visionary zeal, the students of the region of Assam and Northeast have not only been enlightened but also empowered themselves as better and responsible citizens. As an educationist and a motivational speaker, Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu has successfully and in high spirit delivered more than 100 seminars on civil service examinations to around more than 500 students alone in the state of Assam. He has successfully launched various educational projects for the economically weaker section of the students, out of which Mission 1000 is worth mentioning. To name a few, he had launched an initiative named Pragyan in collaboration with Sonapur College to deliver free coaching for APSC exams, which were sponsored by Star Cement. Prayas in collaboration with District Administration, Tinsukia, sponsored by Coal India Limited, for free coaching to the students belonging to the coal mining affected areas in the district of Tinsukia, Assam. He believes in empowering the nation by empowering today's youth. Shri Rajdeep Lekharu launched a book named Assam Prelims Mock Test under the renowned McGraw Hill's Publishing House to help the students to cope with the change of preparation patterns of APSC CCE prelims. All exhaustive contents on all topics of various question papers, trend analysis, and the past year papers and all other aspects of the examinations were briefly and qualifiedly have been included and concluded. To the man who kept building his dreams of making officers amongst all the odds, who today have produced so many officers, gifted so many amazing and responsible personality to the nation and the state, to the mentor who never failed to encourage each and every student, we pay you a tribute of immense respect for your efforts that you have been pouring to the society. Let us give him a huge round of applause. I now invite him to kindly take over the mic and encourage us with your valuable words.
A very warm good morning to each and everyone present here. My dear respected officers who are present today and respected dignitaries. First of all, I'm very overwhelmed today to share this dais in front of all of you, my dear students. Till to date, I have been always sharing about the strategies, how to prepare and what to prepare, how to become an officer. But in my last 4 to 5 years of journey, this is my first experience where I would like to share my opinion and my views with my upcoming officers who have already received their appointment letters just yesterday. I welcome you all once again in today's Felicitation Interaction Program with our esteemed guests and officers who have just recently cracked APSC CCE 2020. Some of our students could not be here amongst us due to some of their personal issues. But those who have gathered here, I personally appreciate their effort and thank them from the bottom of my heart for coming here and being ready to enlighten all of our present students of Civil Services Achievers Point about their journey, about their struggle, about their ups and downs during their preparation stages. And I'm very sure that our present students will be highly motivated and encouraged after listening about their journeys of preparation. Today, I, on behalf of Civil Services Achievers Point, would like to thank all my faculty members, our staff members, teaching as well as non-teaching, for their invaluable support and effort towards the organization for a long time period. Without them, definitely CSAP could not have reached this stage. Today, we have assembled here as we have already felicitated our students who have turned officers in the last recently declared APSC CCE 2020. Today's main agenda will be definitely to hear their journeys. I have already shared with all of you, as our anchor have also shared their profiles. We have amongst us successful candidates from different services like Assam Civil Services, Assam Police Services, Superintendent of Taxes, Block Development Officer, Sub-Register, Labor Inspector, and so on. We would be happy to listen to them. But before that, I would like to share some of my experiences, what I have gone through in various stages, maybe during my preparation stage as a civil service aspirant, or maybe as a teacher in the field of coaching for civil services, or even maybe while interacting with so many officers. I feel lucky enough to have so many people in the circle who are already in the services. And I have been lucky enough to see the inside and outside perspectives of the entire bureaucracy setup of our country and also of our state. As our students are going to join the services in a very short time period, I wish them best wishes from the bottom of my heart. And I want them to achieve a very successful and a bright career ahead. But at the same time, I would like to tell them that the journey that they have already overcome was definitely a very, very difficult one. But the journey that they are going to face in the upcoming years or during their service tenure is going to be more difficult and challenging. As an officer, I believe that we all should be very open to different challenges. Today, they have joined as a young bureaucrat of the state of Assam. Very soon, they are going to be getting some postings at various levels, as in maybe in some block level, or maybe at some departmental level, or maybe at some subdivisional level, or even at the district level and at the state levels. One thing that we should always keep in mind, what I feel is that we should be always open to challenges. We will be facing so many challenges. We will face so many people across our lives. We have to keep one thing in our mind, and that is these problems, or to encounter these problems, whatever schemes will be there, the schemes will be highlighting some facts and figures. How I see these facts and figures is representing one single life. If we talk about any social indicators, if we talk about any particular facts or figures of any particular schemes, these facts and figures are representing one lives of the citizens of our nation. And these lives, if we can create a small impact upon these lives through our work, definitely the service will be justified through these bureaucrats. These lives may come to you on a particular day with a basic problem. It can be a very simple issue or it can be a major issue. The features of personality like compassion or empathy should be there amongst us or in our mind at the same time. It is very important to have a holistic approach towards the development of our society. We understand that once we enter into the system, we will be facing so many challenges, but we have to keep one thing in our mind. And that thing is that this batch of officers has joined at a very, very special time period of our nation's history. And that is the 75th completion of 75th years of independence. And this batch will be also serving our state as well as the nation during the century or the 100th year of independence of our nation. And we understand that celebrating a century year of independence of our nation will expect from each and every one of us, and will also demand from each and every one of us, our service with a lot of integrity and honesty and dedication with a consistent effort. So whatever or wherever they will be at various stages during their service tenure, sometimes they will be in some investigations, sometimes they might be even in some policy drafting mechanisms. It is our responsibility to think how to create the new face of Assam in the upcoming time period. Assam has been progressing in the last 2 decades, as we can see. But we also understand and we know that Assam has to achieve a lot in many stages across various fields. We all will be posted in various departments and various fields. We have come from different communities and from different districts or from different demographic backgrounds. But if we can work as a team, we are hopeful that Assam can reach sky in the upcoming time period. In this particular moment, I would like to highlight one particular important point about the importance of team building and team effort. Because we as officers, you have to understand the importance of team effort. I would like to share a simple and a small example here. And it is like every morning when we wake up, we see Safai Karmakaris or the sweepers or the persons who are driving the cleanliness efforts to keep our cities and villages and towns and our state clean. Just imagine if all the households also participate with them. Think about the contribution and the confidence level of the Safai Karmakaris. But in spite of the cleanliness drives on a daily basis, we see that our cities, our towns, our state, or our country, we find a lot of garbages across everywhere. And this is why, is because we are not participating with them. We will agree with this point that we as citizens of the country are not participating with the Safai Karmakaris. And their single effort cannot achieve whatever targets we have set, maybe in the field of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or in different cleanliness drives. We still find so many, lot of garbages amidst us. This is because we lack the team effort, we lack the belongingness with something that has been taken as an initiative. So it is very important to keep in our mindset, wherever we are posted or wherever we are contributing in our service, it is very important to take our subordinates, our seniors in confidence, or even other citizens of the state or your subdivision or your district or your block level. You have to take everyone into confidence and develop a team wherein the success of any scheme or of any step or of any initiative will definitely reach the targets. Also, through this mechanism, we have to keep one thing in our mind, and that is the importance of social capital. We see that in the 21st century, as we are progressing towards development and growth, somewhere we are missing the social capital in the society. By social capital, I mean the trust factor. We see that we are missing out the trust factor across various sectors and fields. Whether we talk about teacher-student, or we talk about doctor-patient, or we talk about politician and voters, or in fact, even we talk about the administrators and the citizens. We see that the trust factor or the social capital has been diminishing throughout the time period. As an officer, it is our responsibility to build up the social capital and the trust factor, and without which I believe it is very difficult to achieve our targets. At the same time, as an officer or a future bureaucrat, you all have to develop a very positive work culture in your office or in your department with a motto that will be always highlighting service before self. It is very important to understand that our country needs you. Our country needs good administrators. Our country needs honest administrators. And we are proud that even the present Assam government has been taking a lot of positive steps in order to create a hope and a positive ecosystem wherein it is developing a confidence amongst the youths of our state, of our nation, to develop a very proper, a strict discipline of ecosystem and a competitive spirit through which we have developed a positive environment that if we can do a little bit of hard work, definitely we can achieve something. And that is visible and present in front of us amongst these officers because throughout their hard work, throughout their continuous efforts, one thing you will find in common among all the officers, those who are present today on the stage, you will see, you will hear through their speech, you will hear through their journeys that one thing is common between amongst them, and that is a consistent, dedicated effort in a disciplined manner. I'm very sure you will find out that common factor among all of them. And that is what also I would like to tell all my present students or the upcoming and the future bureaucrats, that if you are not able to produce this consistent, dedicated effort in a discipline, with a discipline definitely, it might become very, very difficult for all of you to crack this prestigious civil services exam. So it is very important to, at the same time, to enjoy this process of your journey of preparation. At the same time, it is also important for all the officers to enjoy their process of work and the journey of their work. It is important for them to motivate their subordinates who will be there in their offices to build up a positive environment in their offices. At the moment whenever they will be posted somewhere, they will always feel with one particular feeling, and that is like how this office has been running, or what the past officers have done, or how we can bring a change. But whenever you will be going through this process, it is very important to understand the grassroots problems of that particular department, or the grassroots problems of that particular block, or that particular district, or of a particular subdivision, or at any particular level. It is very, very important that we first try to understand the grassroots problems. And if we can dig out the grassroots problems, it will be very, very easy for us to address these problems with a positive solution, because all problems are associated with some emotions. All the members of your particular level will be having or will be approaching you with some expectations, with some emotions, with some thought process that they will come to you with some to seek some help. I would like to share one example. I came across a few months back 3 women from a very poor background. They came to a senior administrator and they did not get the 830 rupees of the Orunodaya scheme, which was recently announced by the government of Assam. And the problem was not with them, the problem was on the side of administration. And that was that during the merging of banks, we all are aware about the merging of banks, the IFSC codes got changed. And the IFSC code that they had written down on the application forms were no longer similar with the updated IFSC codes during the transfer of the amounts. And they had to, you won't believe, they had to come to that office for almost 6 to 7 times across a time period of 6 months without getting the money transferred to their account. And for them, 830 rupees per month is also a very, very big issue. So if you at any time period come across this kind of situation, I request all of you that you be empathetic towards them, show some compassion, and take an immediate step. Try to help out the needy ones because they need you, the state needs you, and everyone needs you at different levels. I have already talked about the team effort. I have talked about the your characteristics or your personality traits that you need to have. It is very important to keep one thing in mind. At last, I would like to share what Mahatma Gandhi thought about. I'm very sure that all of you will come across various problems towards decision making or at some crucial time period of your service tenure where you have to take some crucial decisions. It is very important to remember a particular statement what Mahatma Gandhi said, that whatever decision we take in life, if we can think that if that particular decision can impact a person who is at the bottom layer of the society, and if our decision is helping them in any way, we should definitely take that decision. I hope that you all will keep this thing in your mind, that whatever decision we will take in the future time period, we will keep one thing in mind, that this decision will definitely help the needy ones, the economically weaker section people, or the ones who are at the most bottomest layer or the strata of a society. And I'm very sure if we can take an inclusive and a holistic approach towards empowering the society, and by society I mean across various fields of the society, like the youths, the elderly citizens of a society, the females, especially the children, the LGBT community, maybe, or in fact, the specially able citizens of a country, of a state. We have to be very, very we have to approach with a very inclusive manner, so that whatever decision, whatever policy we frame, we can touch each and every one of the society. And whatever policy we take, the present Prime Minister of a country is talking about reform, perform, and transform. So definitely with this tagline of reformation, performance, and transformation, if we keep these three words in our mind, definitely we can achieve heights in taking our state to, or the goal of our present Chief Minister of Assam, that we are going to make Assam the fifth most developed state of our country. Definitely, I'm very sure we will achieve that target in a very soon, in a sooner time period, if we are moving ahead with this particular mindset. And lastly, I'd like to share one more thing, and that is like, once I was listening to a bureaucrat on our National Civil Services Day that is celebrated on 21st of April every year. So one particular point that we need to keep in our mind as an officer or as a future bureaucrat is that whenever we go and join a particular office or a particular department or a particular subdivisional office, it is very important to know our subordinates, and not know them personally, but we have to know that in which field each and every individual is expert. Many a times, many of the work gets delayed because at a superior level, we might not know which person is having which particular special characteristics, or গোটেই অফিচৰ কামখিনিত তেওঁলোকে কোনটো কামত তেওঁলোকৰ দক্ষতা আছে, আমি সেইটো জানি লোৱাটো উচিত. We have to know that particular thing. And if any work is coming on our hand, we can immediately get it done. If we know who is good at what and who is bad at what. And that is why it is very important that we know our subordinates. We know each and every person of our office, wherever we are posted. And we should never be afraid of fulfilling our honest intentions and our integrity. We should never be afraid of any external pressure, or we should never be fearful of any external threats. We have to have firm belief on our intentions, on our motives, and if we can keep this in a very, very static manner, I'll give you a last tip. I have been always giving you a tip as a student, but now you all have become officers. And the last tip, as you have already achieved your goals, and with that I'll complete my speech. And the last tip will be that the day when you will be joining your office, wherever you will be posted, I would request all of you at a personal level that just the day before you join the office, write a long essay. Okay, we have all written essays. Okay, I have given so many tips how to write an essay and how to get good marks. But this will be the last, maybe this will be the last essay of your life. Before you join your service, write a long essay, as many number of words, without any word limit, without any time limit. You can take 3 hours of time, 5 hours of time. Write a good essay. Write all your thoughts. Write your plans. Write your intentions. Write your targets. Write the things that you want to achieve. Write your about a new Assam. How you would like to see Assam when Assam or with the country will be celebrating 100th year of independence in 2047. Because I'm sure you all will be at a senior level of service at that time period after 25 years of your life. And you should keep that essay with you all the time. And throughout your journey, you should take out this essay after a tenure or of time period, of an interval, maybe 2 years, 5 years, or maybe after 25 years. And you will see that what you were 25 years back or 10 years back, what were your targets and how much you have been able to achieve. And I'm very sure that this particular essay will help you to keep in track, will help you to keep your ideologies in track, it will help you to maintain your service tenure with a lot of integrity. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best, a very, very bright, successful career ahead. And I wish my present students that they also achieve their goals and targets very soon. And I want to see you very soon, not there, but right on the stage. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Rajdeep Lekharusa, for your wonderful speech. We are truly intimidated and very encouraged to work better and harder for our dreams. Moving forward, we have another star faculty amongst us. He is now the Block Development Officer. Let us welcome Antaranga Talukdar, who will be felicitated by Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu. Thank you, Antaranga Talukdar, sir. We have another officer present amongst us. Moving forward, let us welcome on stage ACS officer Shikha Nath. Life is what we make it, and every individual has their own story, has their own journey. In this long journey of preparing for civil services, I'm sure there has been many phases of ups and downs. Many of you must have faced and spent many sleepless nights, unrested days, and challenging thoughts that has challenged your patience and ethics. But conquering all of that, all of you have cleared such a huge target and is sitting right in front of us as an idol, as an inspiration. Let us today move forward to hear the stories, the life stories, the journeys when they started to prepare. What were the thoughts? Will they ever be succeeded where such thoughts ever hit them? And how today became successful and is sitting amongst us. Moving forward, hearing the success story, I invite ACS officer Lakhyajit Gogoi to the podium and share his journey.
Good morning to everyone. First of all, I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to Rasdeep sir and CSAP for inviting me to this occasion and gracing the crowd out here. So at the very beginning, I would like to extend my heartiest greetings to Rasdeep Lekharu sir especially because he is someone whom I looked up to in this entire journey right from the beginning. And definitely he is my biggest mentor in this entire uh, journey that I have undertaken some couple of years back. So I was on that part of the uh, table, so to say, when I was a beginner somewhere back in my graduation days. There was a period somewhere in 2018 or 19 that Sir organized a seminar in our university, that is Tezpur University. There I was fortunate to meet Sir for the first time when I gave a serious thought to this preparation. No doubt, serving the society and becoming a part of the government machinery was there in my mind for quite some time, especially after my 10 plus 2 days. But after meeting Sir, it was then when I decided to start my preparation in a very systematic way. So, when I speak about this journey, obviously it's a very big one. I can go on for the entire day because it is something that I prepared from my heart, with full of emotions, with full of struggles, with full of ups and downs. A journey that has taught me to be so calm, composed, patient, motivated. A journey that has taught me how to remain humble even when you achieve so much, or even when you are uh, in certain stages of your life. A journey that has taught me so much about myself. I was able to reflect on my own in a very better way than I could earlier. So this journey is not just about those books, those study materials, but this journey is a lot more than that, I believe. And at the very outset, I would like to extend my greetings to all of you, especially the aspirants, because you have decided to opt for a wonderful journey, first of all. Cracking the exam is definitely another aspect of this particular process, but deciding for opting to this particular journey in itself is a very big decision that you have taken up. And no doubt, wherever you are in life, whatever profession you may take up to in life, this journey will remain very special. I can vow for that. So, speaking about myself, my journey in a very systematic way started somewhere in April 2020, just after the COVID pandemic broke down, unfortunately, in our country. There, I was in my final semester of graduation. After that, when I moved on to my own home, I was fortunate that Rasdeep sir at that point of time launched an online program for the first time in June. There, I started with history, and then the journey continued thereon. So it was the starting point. Prior to that, I was just aware like what was the syllabus, how to prepare. Yes, even I watched the Topper's talk for a long time, or not just the Topper's talk, the things that are associated with this process over the internet. And then from April 2020, this journey started phase wise. Like after that, I graduated in August 2020. And then this notification came somewhere in September, or October of 2020. And thereon, I was going on systematically with all the preparation in a very exhaustive way, like preparing the materials thoroughly with a lot of consolidation, because I believe that this is an ocean if you do not conquer it, but this is definitely something that you can convert into some limited some confinement, provided you do some smart work. I think in this process, hard work is definitely required, but more than hard work, I would like to define it as some smart hard work. So we all might do hard work, but doing that hard work smartly is something that will make the difference. Because I believe most of us prepare in a very serious way. Most of us give a good amount of our life into this preparation, a good period of our life into this preparation. But unfortunately, in this process, only few will sail through up till the final list. And with some minute alterations, I believe we can definitely be in those services where we always aspire to be, or that we aspire to be in the coming times. So, speaking on some specific parameters, I would like to throw light on some of the special sources which I believe have definitely benefited me in this preparation. The first is I have used one platform, that is Twitter. All of you are aware about that. So I have referred to many of the official Twitter handles that are there. Therein, you will find updates about different aspects that you want to. So the information that you receive out there regarding any aspect related to this preparation is definitely that you can take note of, is definitely that you can replicate in the answer sheet, is definitely something that you can take up as a case study for your GS paper 4. So this is something that I think I have done exhaustively throughout this journey. No doubt there was all the conventional sources that I followed, that is starting from NCRTs to referring the standard books, to reading newspapers, to reading the annual compilations, and all such related materials. But definitely, I believe another important source in this regard is I have prepared so much about my own state, because this is a preparation where you are going to be in the services of the state, in different services of the state. So you should know your state better. Your answers should reflect your own internal motivation to serve in this state, to know about the different dynamics of the state, to present your answers in such a way that highlight that you truly are aspiring to be in the services. And I believe that amongst thousands of answer sheets that are being evaluated, some unique touches will definitely boost your marks, or like everyone says, that 0.5 marks or that 1 marks is the one that matters at the end, because this is a exhaustive uh, preparation wherein you prepare for 2000 marks for 8 papers. So I always worked on that aspect, and I can definitely tell that wherever you can inculcate Assam aspect to questions, definitely you cannot inculcate it in every answer, but in most of the answers, wherein you can inculcate the Assam aspect, the related Assam aspect to that particular question, do inculcate it, because I believe that might have benefited me. And it should be in such a way that you don't imagine it at the answer at the exam hall. That should flow spontaneously. That should have the diversity. That you are not just quoting about your own place, about your own district. It should have the touches of every part of this state. It should have the touches of every nook and corner of the state. You should take up case studies from anywhere in this state. So I believe this is something, even I can I remember instances of me putting up some case studies or some examples, so to say, in GS paper 4 exhaustively. In paper 4, it was not just about writing the definitions for me. It was about drawing some diagrams. It was about putting up some illustrations. It was about taking up some hypothetical situations. It was about putting up some um, examples from my even personal life that I came across. And I always believe that you should live this preparation. This journey is your own. You should personalize this journey. You shouldn't compare. Actually, comparison is a very value neutral process. If you can take up comparison in a positive way, that's very good. It will motivate you. But if you don't take up comparison in a very positive way, it might impact you pessimistically. So I believe that decision is up to you where you compare yourself with others. Another thing is that motivation. The motivation I always emphasize on is internal. So there are two types of motivation. The first is internal and the second is external. External motivation might drive you to a certain extent. The fame that you might receive in this service, about it might be the fame that you might receive or you might aspire for after being in this service. So I believe those are temporary motivations that would drive you throughout the entire journey or through the entire service life that you may have in the coming times. But the internal motivation, that is the motivation to serve your own state, that is the motivation to contribute yourself in the nation building process, that is the motivation to serve the public as we undertake our journey for the next 25 years, that is the Amrit Kal, wherein, like Sir has told, we are progressing towards the 100th year of independence by 2047. So I believe that motivation will definitely drive you through this entire process. Another thing is that we should take this preparation very realistically and practically. We often go through different sources. We often go through different resources. But at the end, we cannot remember everything. We are human beings, right? So we should believe in the unlimited capacity of the limited brain. Okay? So I think that we should have something in a limited amount, but that limited resource should be having some dynamic, diverse aspects. And once you are ready with that material, with some personal touches to the material, I believe you are ready to go into the exam process or you are ready to undertake that process. And believe me, if I can complete this process in some say 2 odd years, then you too definitely can take it up within that particular period as you undertake. I think most of you will be taking up the next prelims. So don't take it so heavily. Don't put a unnecessary pressure on yourself. Just enjoy the process, live the process. Do not forget your hobbies. Do not forget your own life, because I think above all what matters is our health. Because if we don't have our health, or if we are not in a healthy state of mind, then we cannot contribute anything towards any aspect of life. It's not just about service. It's not just about any other thing. Okay, so I believe if you keep 1 hour for yourself in your 24 hours, which is a very small portion, I believe, so that will really keep you rooted, that will really keep you healthy, wherein you can invest half an hour in some physical activity and another half an hour, say, in yoga or pranayama or whatever it be. So that will keep you in a calm state of mind, which is very necessary, because I can relate to the journey that you all are in. All of you are in various phases where you are where at times you go through self-doubt, where at times you feel like, is it really possible for me? I too have had those challenges, and yeah, there were some low phases as well. There were phases wherein actually in our university I was someone who was so active in different activities, starting from hostel to the college events to all the cultural events to NCC and quizzes. But after the unfortunate pandemic, when I came home, so it was all with myself and my family. No doubt that we got ample of time with our family. But on the same extent, I lost that social life. I lost the life that I lived for the last few years in my university. I can truly say today that those days were the most vibrant days of my life. And that really, in some way or the other, influenced me into becoming something that today I am achieving the success in. So enjoy the journey, You know when it's your time to start the journey. It's not that you will start right after graduation. It's not that you will start uh, 10 years after graduation. It's all your call in totality. Decide when you want to be in this particular service, or not just about this service. You, whatever you aspire to do in life, go forward to that courageously. Today I believe that the environment is as such wherein you can really pick up your hobby as your profession, pick up your own aspirations and convert them into reality through various opportunities that are there. So, because for me, civil services was something, or not just civil services, being a part of the government machinery and contributing to society was something that was there in my mind for a long time. I highlighted on that. I highlighted on different aspects, where I want to be, and I found this dream in all phases. That is, wherever I explored myself, I found that this is something that I want to be in the first instance. No doubt, in life you might not achieve that the one that you want at the top of all other things, but definitely God has been kind on me that I could achieve this in my first instance. But yes, I would like to tell you one other thing is that we should learn from our failures. We should not get demotivated. Those who unfortunately could not make it to the final list, there's only certain thing, that is hope. So we should move with that particular hope. We should not get discouraged. If not in first time, then in second time. If not in second time, then in third time. Because life is life is not just about being the first one in something. It's a very different thing, and that we realize probably in our later stages of our life. So we should not wait till then. We should not feel regretted when we look back to our 20s, that I did not do that I did not do this. We should do whatever our heart says. We should follow our heart. So this is something that, irrespective of the preparation process, which everyone talks about, I wanted to highlight it. And I think these are the aspects that you should ponder about parallelly in this journey. And another thing, yeah, and also I wanted to tell you something from my own experience was that, so we write answers for uh, 6 hours a day for 3 continuous days. That is 18 hours in 18 hours of answer writing in 72 hours. So this is a very exhaustive process. Therein, your fingers might swell. You might feel very exhausted because the earlier day we come from our examinations, we have to get on for the next day. There, you just have to mix up. You can say for paper one, we have history, we have all the portions of history, we have art and culture, we have geography, we have society. So when we study in isolation, there is something that we can recall or that we can recollect. But when you take up it as a whole, so there the challenge lies. And I think it's all about those 3 hours. What you know, what you don't know doesn't really matter. Okay, if you can deliver in those 3 hours, this is going to take you through. If you couldn't, for whatever reasons, if you couldn't deliver in those 3 hours, it might cost you another attempt. So, keeping that thing in mind, we should prepare ourselves. We should gear up ourselves as we take up our next attempt. And it's not just about the paper one. So, we give 2 papers in a day. So, also, I think in this process, answer writing is a very important aspect, because there on spot we cannot innovate so much. Like if we have prepared, if we had an exhaustive material prepared, then we can, that it will flow in spontaneously, that you want to put up this fact in that particular question, that you want to put up this particular illustration, that you want to give a historical background to this question, you can put up it out spontaneously. So that will come with practice. Even I, on the first instant, I thought, how could I really complete all this? But yes, the process will practice, as they say that practice makes a man perfect. So only practice can take you through. So in essay writing, you should have that skill wherein you can, even by looking in the first instance, you can tell that in this particular paper, in this particular sheet, I am writing some 70 to 80 words. So that should come. You should not count the words. Like I have written 1, 2, 3, 4 words or such. By seeing it in the first instance, you should be able to tell that, yeah, I have some 70 to 80 words in this particular sheet. So you should try to achieve perfection up to that levels, I believe. And yeah, in interview, it's not about only the preparation in that particular days, because there is no definite syllabus for the interview process as such. If you have inculcated that preparation into your heart, if you have done the process through your heart, I believe answers would flow spontaneously. There's a lot of presence of mind required when you go to the interview. Questions might come on any aspect, questions might come on any issue prevailing in the state or the nation or whatever it be. So you should be able to handle those questions. You should be able to answer in a very humble, honest way. It should reflect your way of thinking, the rational way of thinking. So I think these are some of the things that I wanted to throw light on. Yeah, I can go on for the entire day, but since due to the paucity of time, so I believe this journey is really a very special one. Uh, do take it up if you want to. And I would like to see all of you, all the aspirants on this side of the podium. And as you take up this journey, I wish my very best to all of you. And finally, I would like to quote a sentence that I always believe in. That is, be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Boy, for inspiring us with your valuable words. Now, we'd like to take the privilege to invite ACS officer Anuran Medhi to come up to the podium and share his journey.
Good morning, my friends. Good morning, friends. Good morning, sir. First of all, I would like to thank Team CSAP for wonderfully and graciously felicitating us today. And talking about my journey, I started in October 2020 and I got my result in October 2022. So life came to a full circle in 2 years almost. Furthermore, I would not take long in this speech. I would just want to highlight two things that helped me in this journey. The two things that I would like to highlight is something that motivated me continuously throughout my journey. And the second thing is something that I look forward to always in my life. The first thing, that is the motivation. As our anchor ma'am very beautifully said, that light always thrives over darkness. So that is something that I believed in since my childhood times, that when you are positive in your life, when you are hopeful in your life, and you persevere and work hard towards your goal, nothing can stop you. So we should always believe in the power of light rather than the power of darkness. And the second thing that I always looked forward to since my childhood is like contributing to the society in any way possible. Even it might be a very small contribution, but it should have a positive impact on the people who are in the most need. So with those two things in my mind, I started my journey, and now to be honest, this is just the first step of the journey. The journey actually starts from here. So throughout my career, I'll always look up to the two things. That is my motivation, that is positivity, and secondly, that is contributing to the society in any way possible to make a positive impact for the people of Assam and to uplift the society at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anuran Medhi. Moving forward, I invite ACS officer Sikha Nath to kindly come forward and share her journey.
A very warm good morning to everyone. First of all, I would like to extend my heartfelt regards to Rajdeep Lekharu sir, my dear colleagues, and to all the aspirants present here. So my journey with the civil services, it started way back in 2018. My first interaction with Rajdeep sir was in the submersion hall of Cotton University, wherein I was attending a seminar delivered by him and ex-faculty of Civil Services Achievers Point, Anurag Rudra sir. So that was the first day when I got to know everything I wanted to know about this journey. Before that, I had a brief idea about this, how tough this journey is or what the syllabus is. But that day, I decided that I would go for this journey. So if I had to credit someone for laying the founding stone for my journey, it has to be CSAP. So a little about my background. I did my graduation from Tinsukia College with honors in botany, and then I pursued my masters from Cotton University again in botany. And since then, I've extensively been preparing for this exam itself. And unfortunately, the syllabus got changed in 2019, and I had already started my preparation by then. And I had started with preparing my optionals, which were two in number back then. And I had started with education, unfortunately, which was removed. So I lost a good 6 to 7 months of my journey, and I was feeling highly demotivated. So there, and after that, the pandemic came in, and all of us were not feeling quite motivated during that journey, as we all know. Sorry, during the pandemic. And during the pandemic itself, the notification for CCE 20 came out, and I again pulled myself up and started preparing right from the scratch. And the new syllabus, as you all are acquainted, is quite extensive as compared to the old one. The GS papers have increased in number, and at that time we also had the probability of a language paper being included, and the optional, which was reduced to one. So first of all, I made myself acquainted with the new syllabus. I took a good 1 to 2 months only to read the syllabus itself, because as we all know, the syllabus is the backbone of this exam. You need to acquaint yourself with every word of the syllabus so as to keep you on track during this long journey of 1 to 2 years. If you do not acquaint yourself with the syllabus, if you don't know the syllabus thoroughly, it will be just like shooting into the dark. You will go on reading any and every resource, any and every material that is available in front of you. There's a very cliche statement that we often hear, that everything under the sun is the syllabus for civil services, which is not true. Be it APSC or be it UPSC, they have done an extremely good job in defining the syllabus very well. If you go through the syllabus, you'll know exactly what to study and what not to study. So, first of all, I devoted myself to studying the syllabus. Secondly, I took another month to study the previous year questions. So previous year questions will give you an idea about which topics to focus more on, which topics to give less time on. For example, in GS1, there's a part called post-independence era. So from that, the output ratio is not as much. So if you continue devoting 2 to 3 months on that particular topic, you'll not receive as much output as the input you put in. So for that, the analysis of previous year questions, I would say, is crucial. And then I moved on to limiting my resources. This is very important because we often, ever since I cleared, I have been getting messages like, which resources or which books did you follow? It's not very easy to tell you that I followed this, you have to follow this. You have to customize your resource list yourself. You have to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. There's an ocean of resources. If you go out into the market today, the only thing that you will not feel scarce about is resources. There are ample of resources, be it coaching materials, be it standard books, be it NCRTs, or be it the notes from the toppers. Nowadays, even UPSC toppers have made their notes public on Telegram, if you know. So resources are something that you will never be short of. The only problem is you need to know what to avoid, because if you follow, for example, for polity, if you decide to follow Lakshmikant and then you see someone following Didi Basu and again you see someone following the Bear Act, you cannot possibly read all three. You have to limit yourself to one book itself. Only then will you be able to revise one book multiple number of times, which is the most crucial point of this examination. If you do not revise what you've studied, you will have a very chaotic state of mind in the exam. In the preliminary examination, the MCQ, the options will confuse you. In the mains, you'll not be able to frame points, and in the interview, you'll fumble in front of the panel. So I feel that multiple revisions are very crucial, which can only be done if you limit your resources. So coming to my resources, they were very few in number. Because my optional was history, I followed some coaching notes of Balian for history optional, which I also use for my GS part of the history. And apart from that polity, I followed Lakshmikant only, and no other book, no other coaching material, no toppers notes, nothing. And I followed, and there's a statement that circulates, saying that 6 to 12 NCRTs are compulsory. You must have heard it, that 6 to 12. I don't feel it's true. I feel that only if you do not have any background or any knowledge about the social sciences, only then you should continue reading NCRTs right from class 6, because they are very basic things. If you go to class 6 and go and open a class 6 NCRT, it is basically a story that is being told, if you have read it. So I feel that after pursuing graduation, most of us have a knowledge of the social sciences to some extent. So if you feel that you do not have any understanding of the subjects, only then go for the very lower standard NCRTs. Otherwise, 11 and 12 are quite sufficient. For geography, I followed the 11-12 NCRTs, and for economics also, I followed the 11 and 12 NCRTs. And apart from that, for ethics, I followed only one coaching material notes. And other than that, whatever the loopholes were remaining, I filled it up with practicing previous year questions, previous year questions or mock tests. I forgot to mention mock tests. Mock tests are very important for a prelims point of view. You cannot possibly revise every possible fact, every possible detail for prelims. It's a very extensive syllabus which will not, it is not possible to revise everything or study everything. So those gaps will be filled up by the mock test that you take. So I would advise everyone to practice as many mocks as possible. You don't really need to buy mocks every time. You can even, if you go on Google, there are ample number of websites available where there are many questions related to UPSC or APSC. You can just Google that and you can practice. And just appearing for mocks isn't enough. After you give a mock test, you need to analyze your answers, where you committed the mistake. And suppose you made a mistake there, you need to know what was the mistake. Was your technique wrong of eliminating, or was it just a blind guess? And after completing the whole paper, you need to see how much accuracy you have and how much of mistakes did you make, because that will again count in the negative score that has in prelims. Okay. So analyzing the mock test is as important as appearing for the mock test. You will see candidates, they say that I have appeared for 60 to 70 mocks and yet I didn't clear prelims. The answer has to lie in that the person didn't probably analyze the mock test and didn't go back to where the mistake lied. And about the CSAT paper, I don't think I'm the right person to comment about it, because I myself was not very good in maths. I solved the CSE previous year papers from 2013 to 2021, I guess. So I solved all that and then I set for the exam. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to pass the qualifying marks. And about mains, the most important part of mains is answer writing. I would say it's the backbone of mains. So you need to practice as many answers as you can for mains, because only that will give you the speed that you need to qualify the mains exam. It's not easy. It's a very extensive process, like my fellow colleague has already highlighted. You need to write for 18 hours in 72 hours. Your hand will not work by the end. At the end of the day, you'll feel like it's not working. The blood circulation is stopping or something. You'll feel like that. So right now, most of you must have an experience of writing 100 marks in 3 hours. There you have to attempt 300 marks in 3 hours. So 3 times the effort you need. So that practice you cannot hope to achieve by writing on the first day of GS1 or essay paper. You need to have a thorough practice beforehand, and that will only come by trying to write multiple questions. Initially, your answers will take 15 minutes for a 10 marker or 20 minutes. I took 25 minutes for a 10 marker initially when I started to write. And the state of the answers were also pathetic. It was not very good. But no one is going to ever see that answer. No one is going to know in what condition you are. You are your own competitor. So stop feeling embarrassed of your bad answers and just start writing. Because initially you'll write bad answers, you'll see it is gradually improving, and at the day of the exam, I'm 100% sure that you'll be able to write a 10 marker in 7 minutes, a 15 marker in say around 10 to 12 minutes, and a 20 marker in around 15 minutes. So that is the time that you need to maintain to complete the mains paper, and completing the paper is crucial. It's very crucial. Like if you write 2 or 3 average answers, that might get you through, but if you leave a single question, that might prove detrimental. It's very hard to fill a gap of 15 marks or 10 marks or 20 marks. So practicing answers is very important. Everyone, even sir will tell you how important it is. And secondly, my strategy for writing an answer was always like threefold. I used to go for the intro, body, and conclusion method. In introduction, I would just mention some keywords, like suppose a question is asking you what were the reasons of backwardness in the Northeast region. So the keywords for this question are reasons, backwardness, and Northeast region. So I would be very sure to mention these three keywords in the introductory line itself so as to psychologically trick the examiner into believing that I've already addressed the need of the question. And then after that, I would inculcate some facts from reputed national agencies or reputed agencies which publish some reports and facts and figures like World Bank, IMF, or national agencies like Niti Aayog or National Health Survey. I would quote some facts and figures pertaining to that particular problem if I have it. And I always used to prepare these kind of facts, and I had a table ready so that whenever a question comes particularly related to that topic, I have a fact ready for it. So facts and keywords were my target for or were my strategy for the introduction. And I used to keep the introduction very short, a 2 or 3 liner perhaps, and then I would move on to the body. The body I would try to keep as far as possible multidimensional. I would suppose the reasons for backwardness of Northeast, I would address it from all point of view, social, political, cultural, economical. I would show the examiner that I'm analyzing a problem from all possible directions. So that would give a sort of enrichment to your answers. Okay, so lastly, for the conclusion, I never used to end in a negative note. I always used to keep a futuristic approach, and because that is what is expected out of a bureaucrat or a civil servant, that you do not go on criticizing the government policies. You need to find solutions. You need to implement whatever policies government gives you with utmost efficiency. So always keeping a futuristic approach in your answers will fetch you more marks, I believe. So try to do that. And lastly, about the interview stage. For interview, we also personally didn't get much time. We hardly got around 1 week. So preparing in that 7 days was quite hectic. Basically, the only thing that worked for me in interview was keeping a open personality. Like whatever you are, you be that in front of the panel. Don't try to frame a different personality over a week or 15 days, because those people that are analyzing you are very experienced. They have spent their entire life working for the service which you are applying for. So they're very experienced. They can tell you if you're bluffing, they can tell you if you're lying, and they can tell you if you're trying to be someone who you're not. So keep an open mind, be whoever you are, and that should get you through. And my message for all the future aspirants is that this journey, more than being academically challenging, is quite mentally challenging. You know, sitting in a table every day for 5 to 6 hours at least, and maintaining that consistency for 2 to 3 years or 1 to 2 years at the least is very hard. It's very mentally draining at times. You feel demotivated, and there will come ups and downs in your journey when you probably do not even want to get out of bed and go and study in the table. You will see your friends doing well, earning more than you, getting married and whatnot. And when someone asks you a basic question like "Ki Korea Saitia," that hits you the heart, because most of the people in our society think that this exam is not doable. This exam is not doable. It's not doable. Most of the people around you will comment like that. But you need to remember why you started in the first place, to achieve that target. If you keep that in your mind, nothing can stop you, I feel. Thank you so much, and all the best.
We have amongst us present the Superintendent of Texas, Samima Abdul Atik. We welcome her on stage. And I request Mr. Rajdeep Lekharu to kindly felicitate her with a Fulam Gamusa. Congratulations, Samima Abdul Atik, for qualifying as the Superintendent of Texas. I would like to take the opportunity to kindly invite her over the podium and share her journey towards success.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you, Rajdeep Lekharu sir, for giving us this platform to share our journey so that even the future candidates, future officers can take inspiration and follow and also join us within the next few years. First of all, I would like to say that since just before Friday, that is before the results were declared, we were also candidates, just like you all. We were also sitting there, hoping that we wish we could clear this exam in this time. But unfortunately, not everyone could get through. However, I will just like to share with you that this journey is a very cruel one to some extent. It is also a very good one if you know how to enjoy it. So you should always stay positive in this journey. Never lose hope, never lose faith in yourself. Do whatever you have to do to just get through it. Because once you're past that line, everything is good. Because the process is a cruel one, but once you get through, then life is good. So just make that effort, give your 100%, and I would thank everyone for being present here. Best wishes to all of you. We hope to meet in future and work together for the development of the state as a whole. Thank you so much.
Now, I would like to invite ACS Officer Bitumuni Chowdhury to kindly come over the podium and share her story. I now invite ACS Officer Nilutpal Chetia to kindly come over the podium and share his story of success.
প্ৰথমত মই ক'বলৈ বিচাৰোঁ যে মই CSAP প্ৰথম ইণ্ট্ৰডিউচ হৈছিলোঁ ৰাজদীপ ছাৰৰ কাৰেণ্ট এফেয়াৰ্ছ কোৰ্চটো তেওঁ ইউটিউবত ফ্ৰীলি প্ৰভাইড কৰি আছিলে তাৰপিছত মই প্ৰিলিমছ পাছ কৰাৰ পিছত মই অনলাইন মক টেষ্ট ছিৰিজটো ল'লোঁ ছাৰৰ আৰু তাৰপিছত মই ইয়াত মক ইণ্টাৰভিউ যেতিয়া লৈছিলে তাতো এছ'চিয়েটেড আছিলোঁ মোৰ বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ড ক'বলৈ গ'লে মই BSc আৰু MSc দিল্লী ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ পৰা পাছ আউট আৰু মোৰ জাৰ্ণি 2019 পৰা মই UPSC চেষ্টা কৰি আছিলোঁ আৰু APSC যেতিয়া 2020 ফৰ্ম ওলাইছিলে তেতিয়া মই ফৰ্মখন ফিল আপ কৰিলোঁ এইটো মোৰ ফাৰ্ষ্ট এটেম্প্ট আছিলে আৰু মোৰ অপশ্যনেলো কেমিষ্ট্ৰি আছিলে মই প্ৰথম কথা ক'বলৈ গ'লে অপশ্যনেলৰ ইম্পৰ্টেঞ্চটো ক'বলৈ যাম যে এটা অপশ্যনেল আপুনি যেতিয়া চুজ কৰিব সেইটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় কেলৈ কি সেইটোৱে আপোনাৰ 500 মাৰ্ক প্ৰভাইড কৰে সেইকাৰণে যদি আপুনি অপশ্যনেলটো আপোনাৰ ষ্ট্ৰেংথ বনাই লয় তেতিয়া আপোনাৰ জাৰ্ণিটো অকণমান ইজি হৈ যায় আৰু অকণমান আপুনি বাকী GSখিনিত অকণমান ইজিলি আপুনি ফ'কাছ কৰিব পাৰে আৰু তাৰ মই চ'ৰ্চবোৰ একো নকওঁ কেলৈ কি মই ভাবোঁ যে আপুনি যোনটো চ'ৰ্চ ইউজ কৰি আছে সেইটোৱে আপোনাৰ কাৰণে বেষ্ট চ'ৰ্চ আপুনি বেলেগ একো চ'ৰ্চ চাব নালাগে চ'ৰ্চ আপোনাৰ কাৰণে যোনটো হয় সেইটো আপুনি এতিয়ালৈকে ছিলেক্ট কৰিলে চাগে আৰু বাকী ক'বলৈ গ'লে মই এনেকৈ নক'ম কি মই কেতিয়াও 11 ঘণ্টা পঢ়িছোঁ 12 ঘণ্টা পঢ়িছোঁ তেতিয়া মোক কেনেকৈ পঢ়ায় মই 7 আৱাৰ্ছ ডিচিপ্লিন হৈ পঢ়িছিলোঁ আৰু তাৰপিছত মই নিজকে এই জাৰ্ণিটোত তাৰমানে অকণমান আমি ডিপ্ৰেছ হৈ যাওঁ যে বহুত দীঘলীয়া জাৰ্ণি হৈ যায় সেইকাৰণে মই নিজকে ছেল্ফ মটিভেট কৰিবলৈ মই সদায় 7 আৱাৰ্ছ পোৱাৰ পিছত ৰাতি মই সদায় নিজকে 2 ঘণ্টা 3 ঘণ্টা থওঁ যে মই কিবা ৱেব ছিৰিজ চাম নহ'লে মই কিবা নিজৰ হবি পাৰ্চিউ কৰিম আৰু যেতিয়া যদি মই সপ্তাহৰ যেতিয়া মই টাৰ্গেটটো বনাওঁ টাৰ্গেটটো যেতিয়া ফুলফিল কৰোঁ তেতিয়া নিজকে এটা ছেল্ফ এপ্ৰিচিয়েট কৰিবলৈ মই ৰেষ্টুৰেণ্ট যাওঁ নিজৰ ছ'চিয়েল লাইফটো কেতিয়াও শেষ নকৰোঁ সেই জাৰ্ণিটোত নহ'লে আপোনাৰ নিজকে পিছতকৈ বেয়া হৈ যাব আৰু ক'বলৈ গ'লে আপোনাৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ড চাৰ্কেলটো থাকিবই কিন্তু আপুনি কেতিয়াও বন্ধ হৈ নাযাব আপোনাৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ডছ যোনবোৰ চিভিল ছাৰ্ভিচ কৰা নাই তেহেঁতৰ লগতো কণ্টেক্ট ৰাখিব কেলৈ কি তেতিয়া আপোনাক এটা ফ্ৰেছ পাৰ্চপেক্টিভ দি থাকিব লাইফত আপোনাৰ ছাৰাউণ্ডিঙত যদি অকল চিভিল ছাৰ্ভিচ প্ৰিপেৰেশ্যন কৰে তেতিয়া আপোনাৰ লাইফটোত অকণ মণ্ডেইন হৈ যায় আৰু ক'বলৈ গ'লে জাৰ্ণিটো অকণমান দীঘলীয়া হয় কাৰণে অকণমান নিজকে নিজৰ মা দেউতাৰ লগত অকণ সদায় কথা পাতি থাকিব আৰু তেহেঁতকো আপোনাৰ জাৰ্ণিটো সদায় তাৰমানে বুজাই থাকিব যে মই পাৰিম চেষ্টা কৰিম আৰু কেলৈ কি তেহেঁতৰ ছাপৰ্টটো লাগিব বহুত ফাইনেন্সিয়েলি আৰু ইম'চনেলি আৰু সেইখিনিয়ে মই ক'বলৈ বিচাৰিম থেংক ইউ
Thank you, Mr. Nilutpal Chetia. Now we'd like to invite APS Officer Kaushik Kalita to kindly come over the podium and share his story.
নমস্কাৰ মোৰ নাম কৌশিক কলিতা আৰু মই APS ৰেংক 3 পাবলৈ সক্ষম হৈছোঁ জাৰ্ণিটো ভালে আছিলে আৰু এতিয়া মোৰ অনুভৱটো ভালে এতিয়া মই এইটো নকওঁ যে মই কেনেকৈ পঢ়িছিলোঁ কি পঢ়িছিলোঁ বাট অভাৰঅল এটা যোনটো এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ হ'ল মই এইটো ছাৰ্ভিচ মানে সোমাই কিনে সেইটো মই ক'ব বিচাৰিম প্ৰথম কথাটো হ'ল নিজৰ ওপৰত বহুত বিশ্বাস লাগিব যে মই এইটো কৰিমেই। মোৰ সাধাৰণ গ্ৰেজুৱেশ্যন আছিলে, জুলজি গ্ৰেজুৱেশ্যন আছিলে। তাৰপিছত ঘৰৰ মানুহে ক'লে MSc কৰক, MSc কৰ। মই যেতিয়া ক'লোঁ ফাৰ্ষ্ট মাক যে নাই মই চিভিল ছাৰ্ভিচ প্ৰিপাৰেশ্যন কৰিম, MSc নকৰোঁ, তেতিয়া মাৰ বহুত চিন্তা হৈ গ'ল। লগৰবোৰক ক'লে তাক বুজো, আৰু লগৰবোৰক ক'লে তেনেকৈ এইসব এক্সাম, আমাৰ ফেমিলিটো কোনো তেনেকুৱা নাছিলে, অফিচাৰ্ছ বা গভমেণ্ট অফিচিয়েলছ নাছিলে কোনো তেনেকুৱা। তো মা বহুত চিন্তা কৰিলে। তাৰপিছত মই বুজালোঁ যে না মই পাৰিমে মা, এইটো আপুনি খালি ছাপৰ্ট কৰক। তো পিছত কিন্তু মা বহুতখিনি ছাপৰ্ট কৰিলে, আজিলৈ কৰি আছে। আৰু তাৰপিছত ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিলোঁ জাৰ্ণিটো লাহে লাহে। এটা দুটা বস্তু শিকিলোঁ, আজি এটা কালি এটা। আৰু মোৰ 2019 মে' মানত মই ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিছিলোঁ জাৰ্ণিটো। আৰু মোৰ পুলিচৰ প্ৰতি সৰুৰ পৰাই এটা আকৰ্ষণ আছিল। পুলিচ বুলি নকওঁ, আৰ্মি, মিলিটাৰী গোটেইখিনিৰ ওপৰত। জন ৰেম্বো মোৰ ফেভৰেট কেৰেক্টাৰ আছিল। তো তেনেকুৱা। তাৰপিছত যিহেতু তেতিয়া নাজানিছিলোঁ লাইনবোৰতো, আৰ্মিতটো যোৱাটো সেনেকুৱা নহ'ল আৰু, বা মাহঁতেও অকণমান হেৰি কৰিলে। কিন্তু এৰাউণ্ড গ্ৰেজুৱেশ্যনৰ টাইমত মই ঠিক কৰিলোঁ যে নাই মই পুলিচত যামেই। আৰু দুটাই অপশ্যন আছিলে, এটাটো ছাব ইনস্পেক্টৰ, নহ'লে আপোনাৰ APS। ছাব ইনস্পেক্টৰ এক্সামটোও দুবাৰ দিলোঁ। প্ৰথমবাৰটো গোটেইখিনি ক্লিয়াৰ কৰিলোঁ, কিন্তু ফাইনেল লিষ্টত নাম নাহিলে। 1 মাৰ্ক নে 2 মাৰ্ক মানৰ কাৰণে নাহিলে। ছেকেণ্ড বাৰ আৰু দিলোঁ, ৰিটেনটো ক্লিয়াৰ হ'ল। সেইবাৰ ফিজিকেলতে ফেইল কৰিলোঁ। তো বহুতখিনিয়ে ফেইলিয়াৰৰ সন্মুখীন হৈছিলোঁ। ঘৰত কৈছিল যে নাই যি হয় ভালৰ কাৰণে হয়, চেষ্টা কৰি থাক। আৰু লগৰখিনিয়ে মোক বহুতখিনি মটিভেট কৰিছিলে, গতিকে আপুনি লগৰবোৰ কেতিয়াও বাদ নিদিব, তেওঁলোকে মানে ৰিয়েল ট্ৰেজাৰ আমাৰ কাৰণে। তো আজিলৈ সহায় কৰি আছে। ৰিজাল্ট দিয়াৰ দিনা তেওঁলোকৰ বেছি ফূৰ্তি মোতকৈ। আৰু এটাই কথা ক'ম শেষত, যে নাই আপোনালোকে নিজৰ ওপৰত বিশ্বাস ৰাখিব। একো এক্সট্ৰাঅৰ্ডিনেৰী হ'ব নালাগে যে নাই মই পাৰিমেই। আৰু বহুতে বহুত কথা ক'ব, বা এনেকুৱা মেটেৰিয়েলছ চাব লাগে, তেনেকুৱা মেটেৰিয়েলছ চাব লাগে। সঁচাকৈ মেটেৰিয়েলছ বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়, আৰু যোনটো স্মাৰ্ট ৱৰ্কৰ কথা ক'লে সেইটোও বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়। কিন্তু এট দ্য এণ্ড অফ দ্য ডে আপোনাৰ হাৰ্ডৱৰ্ক, আপুনি কিমান বিচাৰে বস্তুটো নিজৰ মনেৰে। আপোনাৰ প্ৰত্যাহ্বানো বহুত আহিব, মোৰো আহিছিলে। এতিয়া তেনেকুৱাই ক'বৰ সময় নাই, সময় যিহেতু কম আছে। কিন্তু আপোনালোকে জাষ্ট গ'লটোৰ পিনে চাব যে এইটো মই কৰিমেই, যিমানে টাইম নালাগে কিয়। মোৰ সেইটো সময়ত সেইখিনি সক্ষম নাথাকিব পাৰে, কিন্তু অভাৰ টাইম মই গোটেইখিনি ডেভেলপ কৰি ল'ম। আৰু তেনেকৈ এদিন নিশ্চয় সকলোবোৰে ছাকচেছফুল হ'ব। আৰু যিহেতু মই হৈছোঁ, তো আপোনালোকতো হ'বই চিয়'ৰ, কিন্তু লাগি থাকিব আৰু বস্তুটোত, এৰি নিদিব। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you, Mr. Kaushik Kalita. It was fun hearing your story for success. Moving forward, I would like to invite Assam Police Service Officer Naimuddin on stage to kindly share his story.
Thank you. Honorable Director Sir, respected faculties of CSAP, my batchmates, and my dear future aspirants. As Sir was asking me to share my journey, so definitely I would like to share a small part of my journey. It was a challenging one. I was the first batch of CSAP, weekend batch, 2018, first batch. When I started my journey associated with CSAP, I was working as a field engineer in Larsen & Toubro Infotech Limited. My posting was Kohima and Dimapur, Nagaland. Sir organized a seminar I found in Facebook. I called Sir. Sir said, come and join this seminar. It was weekend. I came, I attended the seminar. I liked it. But it was a challenge because I have to come from Kohima or Dimapur every weekend. I accepted it. I said that, yeah, I will continue it. Every weekend I will be coming from Dimapur or Kohima and I will attend the classes. Accordingly, I have followed it. Every weekend I used to come from Kohima. Sir knows it. I used to come from Kohima or Nagaland. I used to come on Friday evening. Thanks to my project manager, he has helped me and allowed me to come every Saturday to attend the classes. After that, I used to come on Saturday morning, attend the classes. I used to sleep at library because Sir also used to sleep at CSAP during that time. It was the budding phase of CSAP. Anurag Sir was there. I used to sleep at library Saturday night. Sunday I used to continue my classes and I used to return back to my workplace. In this way, I have continued for around 2 months. After that, I got transferred to Manipur, Imphal, as a quality engineer, same L&T. It has become another big challenge because coming from Imphal you have to come to Dimapur, and from Dimapur you have to come to Guwahati. It was towards the end of my coaching classes in CSAP. I used to come from Imphal. I used to complete my field work early on Friday, and I used to take one because we don't have train services. Flight was costly, so I have to come by winger or by bus up to Dimapur, and then I have to catch one train, and from Dimapur again I have to come to Guwahati and attend the class and return back. I continued it till the end. I didn't lose my hope. There was confidence in me. I continued it till the end of the syllabus. Then one night during that time, Anurag sir called me at 3:30 a.m. morning. भाई क्या कर रहे हो? सर सो रहा हूँ. तुम जॉब छोड़ पाओगे? सर जॉब छोड़ना सर क्यों? जॉब छोड़ पाओगे? Sir was also there because Anurag sir and Rajdeep sir used to study or do some works in CSAP. I have mentioned already, it was the budding phase of CSAP. So I said that ठीक है सर सोचूंगा इस बारे में मैं भाविम बारू एटू बिखय. Then I have taken a decision that I will quit my job, L&T, and accordingly I have quit my job, L&T, and I came to Guwahati. When I came to Guwahati, I used to study. Night time is a favorite time for me. So what happened? So I asked sir that sir I want to study. I want to continue till 12 in CSAP library. Can you help me out? Sir said that take the key. Keep one key with you. Keep one key with you. Whenever you want, you come, open the keys of CSAP, enter, study, and then go back. But keep that key with you only. Sir has trusted me. Sir has given the key, and I have followed accordingly. Whenever I used to get time, till morning 6 also I have. From at night I used to go to library at around 10. I used to continue up to 6. Sometimes sir used to come at 2:30. So rahe ho ya pad rahe ho. I used to sleep. I used to sleep in the chairs. So sir used to come and Anurag sir used to come there. Rajdeep sir used to come there and they used to say, "भाई तुम तो सोते ही रहते हो, पढ़ाई कब करते हो?" But accordingly I have continued. A big contribution is there from Anurag sir and Rajdeep sir. In this way I have continued. I could not clear. See, 2016 was my first attempt. I could not clear it, even the prelims. 2018 was my second attempt. I have cleared the prelims but could not clear the mains. And at that time I have left the job also. 2018 when I could not clear the mains, I have left the L&T job. Then accordingly I have taken one new job, Himachal Futuristic Communication Limited, as a quality engineer again. I continued my job till prelims. After prelims again I quit my job. And again I back to the preparation. 19th October 2021. I continued it till the writing of my mains. Then accordingly today I am standing here. I have cleared the interview and standing here. The thing I want to share is that I have faced challenges. This was a small challenge in my life. Small part of my challenge. Lots of challenges were there. I have faced it. So one advice from my side, that whenever challenges come in your life, face it. Never take a back step. Either you will pass it or you will gain experience. But never take a back step. पीछे नहीं हटना है. पिछले ना जाओ. आगबाही जाओ. जी होबो देखा जाओ. That should be the zeal inside you. Understood? Face it. This journey is challenging, but the exam is tough, but it is not unachievable. If I can achieve it, definitely everyone can achieve it. Lots of challenges were there. Rajdeep sir knows about all those challenges. If I can achieve it, definitely everyone can achieve it. And as a small advice or a small, I will give one small advice. See, 2000 marks are there in this exam. Optional has 500, essay has 250 marks. But most of us, what we do, we spend months in our geography, polity. For example, if we spend 1 month in geography, question comes around 100, 110, 120 marks. But in essay, there is 250 marks. But we keep it till the last moment. And before the exam, we suffer from insomnia. Understood or not? And essay writing becomes a tough part. So, my advice to everyone is that focus on 250 marks. Spend more on 250 marks rather than spending much time in 100 marks or 110 marks. Understood? Spend more time on optional, spend more time on essay. This will help you in the long run. Okay, after all, this is essay paper is also counted. Yes or no? So focus on your essays and optional. GS, everyone knows. Everyone knows which books to be studied, but competition is an essay and optional paper. So focus on this 750 marks. Definitely one day or the other, you will be standing here in place of me. Okay, thank you, and wishing everyone a sound health and a bright future. I would like to end up my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Nayuddin, for your wonderful words. Now I would like to invite Assam Police Service Officer Abhilash Borua to kindly come over the podium and share his thoughts.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Respected esteemed guests in the dais, and my dear fellow batchmate officers, and also the future aspirants. First of all, I would like to thank CSAP and Rajdeep sir for calling us here and giving us the opportunity to speak up in front of you people. I'm not going to go through the technical aspect because my fellow officers have really, they have taken all the topic. So I don't think I need to go through the technical aspects more. But I would like to share my journey. I belong from a very humble background in Napok Gaon in Soraido district, Sonari. I lost my father way back in 2011, and my mom was a single parent. So she was very supportive. Even today, she is very supportive. I did my schooling from St. Joseph's School, Sonari. And then I did my +2 from Sonari College, Government College, 11-12. Then after 12, I went to Assam Agriculture University. I did my graduation from Assam Agriculture University. So likewise, my option was agriculture. I always had a zeal to be a civil servant officer, but somehow just because in 2018 attempt I couldn't appear due to some personal issues. So I got a job in bank, in public sector bank. So I've enrolled myself there. And even today I'm working in a bank. Just tomorrow I'm going to resign. So I am in a job. So people, there is a saying that while you are working, it's difficult to crack. So it's not difficult. It's all your perseverance, hard work, and like your dedication. You can do it. So I'm working as well. I just want to say, share few things in my journey. I was posted in Kakopathar. I guess you might know it's in Tinsukia. It's the eastern most part of Assam. So I was in Kakopathar branch in 2019, most probably in the January or February month. I thought that my dream was to be a civil servant. So why don't I go and pursue? So I called one of my friend. He is an ALRS now. He was my roommate back in college. So I called him. His name is Chalan Kalita. He is in a BDO now in Sivsagar district. I called him, please help me out. What should I do? Because I have cleared my NCRT part in college itself. So, but then after that, there's a huge gap of 1 year. So I called him. He said, please go and talk to, take a number and talk to Rajdeep sir. So I called him up. And Rajdeep sir was like, he was so responsive. I guess you people know how he talks, how helpful he is. So he has given me, he said that, Vilash, if you want to continue your job, just do one thing. There's a CSAP smart book is there. You take it and you start your preparation. I have my own strategies. I didn't get time much because कहा जाता है कि बैंक में आने का समय है, जाने का समय नहीं है. सो हम लोग जब वी यूज्ड टू गो एट 9:30, कभी 7 बजे, कभी 8 बजे, कभी खुद पियोन बन के दरवाजा खुद ही लॉक करके आना पड़ता था. सो आई यूज्ड टू मैं क्या करता था, जब भी मुझे टाइम मिलता जितने मैं टाइम पाऊँ कि करूँ जिखनी समय मैं ट्रेवल करूँ, आई यूज्ड टू यूज द हेडफोन. यूट्यूब हैज हेल्प मी अ लॉट. There are few daily newspaper analysis channels, just as you helped me a lot. Some video lectures were there regarding Assam history, which has helped me because all of them, my basically puribo no bored lage. So I prefer going through visualizing things through videos and all. So mukhi connect kori pine moi eta link eta pao connect kori pine moi pori pine olop bhal lage. In the meantime, prelims to dilu, Tinsukia prai dilu, Tinsukia te asilu posting. Prelims to agot ma tinima specific prelims preparation for mock test disilu khub. অফিসত কি কৰোঁ, মোবাইল পাওঁ, বেংকতো জানে এইটো কাউণ্টাৰ যাওক, এইটো কাউণ্টাৰ যাওক. আমাৰ বহুত ষ্টাফ কম আছিল. চ' মোৰ ষ্টাফ মেম্বাৰ্ছখিনি অলপ হেল্প কৰিছে. মই কি কৰোঁ, কেণ্টিনত গৈ অলপ কেতিয়াবা অলপ লাঞ্চ ব্ৰেকত গৈ পঢ়োগৈ. ইন দ্য মেইন টাইম মোৰ প্ৰিলিমছটো ওলাই গ'ল. মেইনছৰ প্ৰিপেৰেশ্যন ছাইড বাই ছাইড কৰি আছিলোঁ. মেইনছৰ মই এটা টিপ দিম আপোনালোকক টিপছ এটা এইটো হ'ল যে মেইনছটো মই ভাবোঁ আপোনালোকে যদি ডেইলি নিউজ পেপাৰ পঢ়িছে লাইক ইফ ইউ মই কি কৰিছিলোঁ মই কেতিয়াও নিউজ পেপাৰ এৰা নাছিলোঁ মই যদি পঢ়িব নোৱাৰোঁ মই ডেইলি নিউজ পেপাৰ চাওঁ নিউজ পেপাৰ এনালাইচিছটো চাওঁ ইউটিউবত সেইটো কি কৰিব আপোনাৰ এনচাৰ ৰাইটিঙত আপোনাক এটা বহুত ডাঙৰ এজ এটা দিব ইট উইল প্ৰভাইড ইউ এক্সাম্পলাৰী কাইণ্ড অফ থিং আপোনাৰ এনচাৰ ৰাইটিঙত এটা ইউ কেন ৰাইট হোৱাট এভাৰ ইউ ৱান্ট এটা একো টপিক নাথাকিব যে আপুনি নাজানে ন' ডাউট আপুনি চব টপিক 100% মাষ্টাৰ হ'ব নোৱাৰিব পাৰে কিন্তু আপুনি কেতিয়াও কুৱেশ্যন এৰিব নোৱাৰে কাৰণ এইবাৰ যিটো আমাৰ চিলেবাছ হয় UPSC পেটাৰ্ণত তাত অল কুৱেশ্যনছ are কম্পালচৰি GSৰ তো আপোনালোকে ম'ৰলেছ চব বস্তু অলপ অলপ জানিবই লাগিব চ' মোৰ মই আপোনালোকক এটা ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিম যে আপোনালোকে লাষ্ট 1 year 1.5 বছৰৰ নিউজ পেপাৰ কেতিয়াও নেৰিব কি হ'ব তাৰ এডিটৰিয়েল পাৰ্টটো নেৰিব ক'ৰবাত নহয় ক'ৰবাত লিংক এটা পাবই এনচাৰটো দেখিবলৈ কাৰণ সিহঁতিও APSC যেতিয়া কুৱেশ্যন পেটাৰ্ণ কাটে সিহঁতি অলৱেজ ষ্টেটিক কুৱেশ্যনো কাৰেণ্ট বস্তুটো লগাই দিয়ে মানে কুৱেশ্যনটো যেতিয়া ফৰ্ম কৰে তাতে ষ্টেটিক কুৱেশ্যনটো কাৰেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন নাহে চ' মই নিউজ পেপাৰ এনালাইচিছ ডেইলি মই চাইছিলোঁ তাৰ উপৰি মই কিছুমান এনচাৰ ৰাইটিং প্ৰেক্টিছ কেনেকৈ কৰিছোঁ আমি গ্ৰুপ এটা বনাই লৈছিলোঁ মোৰ আকৌ ফেল' মেটছ তাতে ক্লিয়াৰ নহ'ল আনফৰ্চুনেটলি তাতে আমি 3-4জনে হোৱাটছএপ গ্ৰুপ বনাই আমি কি কৰিছিলোঁ ডেইলি মই 3টামান এনচাৰ লিখি মই গ্ৰুপত প'ষ্ট কৰোঁ আৰু এজনে 3টা লিখি প'ষ্ট কৰে যিটো টাইম কম তো মই 6জনে যদি 3টাকৈ লিখি 18টা কুৱেশ্যন আমি এদিনত পাই গৈছোঁ আমি অলপ ষ্টাডি কৰি এইটো বস্তু আপোনালোকে ইউজ কৰিব পাৰে গ্ৰুপ বনাই পিনে ভাল কিন্তু পিৰিয়ডছখিনি ইকুৱেল হ'ব লাগিব এনেকুৱা নহয় কাৰোবাৰ কোনোবাই ইনকনচিষ্টেণ্ট হয় তেতিয়া আকৌ কনচিষ্টেঞ্চিটো ব্ৰেক হ'ব নেক্সট মই যাম কথাটোত অলৱেজ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ শুড হেভ এ প্লেন বি মোৰ প্লেন বিটো বেংক আছে তো প্লেন বি সদায় ৰাখিব কি হয় আমি ইমান বেছি ফ'কাছ হৈ যাওঁ প্লেন এৰ ওপৰত যে আমি যদি আমাৰ নহয় আমাৰ কি হ'ব সেই আমি প্ৰেছাৰ এটা মেণ্টেল প্ৰেছাৰ এটা ডেভেলপ হয় সেই প্ৰেছাৰটো আপোনালোকে নল'ব সদায় এটা ৰাখিব প্লেন বি এটা ইনফেক্ট ইণ্ডিয়ান আৰ্মিত কয় যে হমেশা ইণ্ডিয়ান আৰ্মি কে সাথ প্লেন বি होता है চ' সেইটো মই ক'ম এভৰি ফিউচাৰ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ শুড হেভ এ প্লেন বি ইন দেয়াৰ লাইফ নহ'লে কি হ'ব আপোনালোকে যদি ভাবে যে মই প্লেন এ কৰিম ছাপ'জ কিবা এটা কাৰণে এইটো নহ'ল কি হ'ব আপোনালোকে ডিচাৰ্টেইন হৈ যাব আপোনাৰ লাইফটো কেতিয়াও এনেকুৱা দিশাহাৰা হৈ যাব আপোনালোকে বিচাৰি নাপাব হুইচ ৱে টু গো সেইটো কাম কেতিয়াও নকৰিব অলৱেজ হেভ এ প্লেন বি এনজয় ইয়ৰ উইকেণ্ডছ মইতো ফুল্লি এনজয় কৰিছিলোঁ বিকজ ইমান প্ৰেছাৰ কাপত আকৌ পঢ়িবও লাগে যদি উইকেণ্ডটো এনজয় নকৰোঁ দেন লাইফ উইল বিকাম হেল চ' সেইটো কাৰণে নিজকে ৰিৱাৰ্ড দিছিলোঁ মই যদি কিবা সৰু সৰু টপিক লওঁ বিকজ আমাৰ মাইণ্ডটো আমি ধুনীয়াকৈ এডজাষ্ট কৰিব পাৰোঁ ইফ ইউ লাইক অলপ টাইম পঢ়িলোঁ তাৰপিছত আমি যদি ভাবোঁ যে সৰু সৰু গ'ল ছেট কৰিলোঁ আমি এচিভ কৰোঁ আমাৰ নিজে হৰম'নছখিনিয়ে কয় যে অ'কে ফাইন ৰিৱাৰ্ড ইউৰ চেল্ফ ত' নেক্সট ছেশ্যনৰ কাৰণে উই আৰ মাছ ফ্ৰেছ এণ্ড প্ৰিপেয়াৰ্ড চ' সেইটো কাম কৰিব পাৰে নিউজ পেপাৰৰ কথা ক'লোৱে মই টেকনিকেল বস্তু বৰ বেছি নকওঁ যিহেতু মোৰ ফেল' মেটছখিনিয়ে কৈছে IBC ফৰ্মেটৰ কথা ক'লে মেইনছ ৰাইটিঙত ইণ্টাৰভিউৰ কাৰণে মই ইমান বেছি কাৰণ মেইনছত ন' ডাউট মেইনছত দেৰ ইজ এ চাৰ্টেন চিলেবাছ বাট ইণ্টাৰভিউ দে কেন আস্ক ইউ এনিথিং অন দ্য দ্য স্কাই মোকতো কিছুমান এনেকুৱা প্ৰশ্ন সুধিছে যে মই যিটো মোৰ ফাৰ্ষ্ট অপশ্যন APSC আছিল তাতে সুধিছিল যে বটদ্ৰৱা থানাত যদি যেতিয়া সেইটো সময়ত খাণ্ডত মানে সেইটো হৈ আছিল ইনচিডেণ্টটো মোক ইণ্টাৰভিউত সুধিছিল যে তুমি এজ এ DSP যদি যোৱা তুমি তোমাৰ পুলিচৰ মানুহক বচাবা নে থানাটো বচাবা নে তুমি যিজন আহি আছে এটেক কৰিবলৈ তাক গুলি মাৰিবা নেকি গাঁৱৰ মানুহক মানে এনেকুৱা এটা চিটুৱেশ্যন ক্ৰিয়েট কৰি দিব আপোনাক পেনিক কৰাই দিব চ' আপুনি প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিলে আপোনাৰ বাট ইউ হেভ টু হেভ দেট কনফিডেঞ্চ আৰু সেইটো কাৰণে আপোনাক মক টেষ্ট দিব লাগিব মক ইণ্টাৰভিউজ দিব লাগিব তাৰোপৰি মই এটাই কথা ক'ম দেৰ ইজ ন' শ্বৰ্ট ৱে ন' হাৰ্ড ৱে ন' হাইৱে জাষ্ট ফাইণ্ড ইয়ৰ অ'ন ৱে জাষ্ট ফাইণ্ড ইয়ৰ অ'ন ৱে এণ্ড লাষ্টত মই এটাই কথা ক'ম লাষ্টলি मैं तो बिलीव करूँ कि अंत में हमेशा भला होता है अगर भला नहीं होता है तो वो अंत नहीं है एवरीथिंग विल फॉल इन प्लेस যদি নাই হোৱা ঠিক দেন ডোন্ট গেট ডিসার্টেন লাষ্টত সদায় ভাল হ'ব এভৰিথিং উইল বি ফাইন এট দ্য এণ্ড থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ
Thank you, Abhilash Bora, for your wonderful words. I would now like to take the privilege to welcome APS officer Pranami Bharadwaj Bora over the podium.
To my mentor and guide, the director of CSAP, and a warm good afternoon to the gathering. Well, jikhini kobologia asile regarding the syllabus, regarding ki dhৰণৰ strategy koribo lage, ki book sources follow koribo lage, ki study materials lage, he gotekhini Lakhyajit da shikhaba teoloke apnalokok janaise. তাৰ উপৰিঞ্চি আপোনালোকে কিছুমান টেলিগ্ৰাম গ্ৰুপছ হওক বা ইউটিউব চেনেলছ হওক সেইবোৰৰ পৰা সেইখিনি হেল্প ল'ব পাৰে বাট মই ইয়াত এড কৰিব খোজোঁ যে একচুৱেলি এই জাৰ্ণিটো টু ইচ হিজ অ'ন এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ এটা জাৰ্ণি হয় দেৰ ইজ ন' হাৰ্ড এণ্ড ফাষ্ট ৰুল ন' হাৰ্ড এণ্ড ফাষ্ট ষ্ট্ৰেটেজি যে এই ষ্ট্ৰেটেজিটো কৰিলেই যে ইউ উইল বিকাম এক্সট্ৰা অৰ্ডিনাৰী উইনাৰ্ছ ডোণ্ট ডু ডিফাৰেণ্ট থিংছ দে ডু দ্য থিংছ ডিফাৰেণ্টলি দেটছ ইট ময়ো এজনী সাধাৰণ ছোৱালী আছিলোঁ আই ৱাজ পাৰহেপছ 18, 19 years old, যেতিয়া মই decide কৰিলো যে I will come into the process of becoming a civil servant. Well, I didn't know যে মই হেতু acquire কৰিব পাৰিম নে নোৱাৰিম. There was Rajdeep sir আৰু Anurag sir আছিলে. তেতিয়া CSAP ইমান এনেকুৱা ডাঙৰ organization বনা নাছিলে. It was just a minor institute, a budding institute, এটো venture-ত. And তেতিয়া আমাক বহুতখিনি guidance দিছিলে sir হতে. মই এতিয়া যেটো আপোনালোকে মোক healthy অৱস্থাত দেখিছে, actually মই এনেকুৱা নাছিলো. মই তেজপুৰৰ নিচিনা সৰু টাউনৰ পৰা মই কটন ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি যেতিয়ালৈকে আহি পালো, মোৰ কাৰণে হেতুৱে সবতছে জীৱনৰ ডাঙৰ achievement আছিলে. But কটনত আহি পাই মই একদম সাধাৰণ 50 kg around এজনী খিনমিন ছোৱালী আছিলো, যিনে বাৰোৱাৰী CSAPৰ পৰা দীঘলী পুখুৰী NBD হোষ্টেলখনলৈ খুস্কাৰি আহিব, NBD হোষ্টেলৰ পৰা আকৌ দীঘলী পুখুৰী পাৰত থকা জুলজি ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টলৈ খুস্কাৰি যাব, আকৌ হেখনৰ পৰা বাজাৰৰ য'ত কেমিষ্ট্ৰি ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আছে তাত ক্লাছ কৰিব খুস্কাৰি আকৌ বাৰোৱাৰী ইভিনিং বেচত আহিব। তেনেকা ধৰণৰ যেটো কষ্টৰ আছিলে, সেই কষ্টখিনি কৰি থাকোতে ৰাজদীপ ছাৰেটো মোক এনেকা কৈছিলে যে তোৰ ভৱিষ্যত নাই আৰু নহব, কাৰণ আৰু অলপ চুলবুলিও আছিলো। মই এনেকুৱা সেইকাৰণে মই ক'ব বিচাৰো যে এটোত কোনো এক্সট্ৰা অৰ্ডিনাৰী আপোনাৰ পাৰ্সোনালিটিৰ প্ৰয়োজন নাই। You can have a social life, you can have all that you want in life, you can follow your passion, you can do whatever your heart wants to do, but you should also know where your ultimate focus lies. Ultimate quote apuni jabo bisare, he bostutu jodi he commitment to jodi if you have that dear in your mind, you don't have to do things in a very extraordinary way. So Rajiv sir has a trait ase, he won't directly encourage you. He would take some classic examples of other students june hoyto hosake nai porha kintu sare ahi pini apnalokor agot kobo je tai kintu khub porhise. I wouldn't mention the name. Sare krita maka hebini koy ar beleg batch student or nam, even if I was the one amongst the first batch named moi shikhaba ami so first batch ore asilu, ami evening batch ot ahu 3টা বজাত আহি পিনি আমাৰ একেবাৰে ৰিপোজত খোৱালৈকে sare he used to take care of everything. আমি কেটামান আছিলো, it was like a very small social group হিচাপে আমাৰ হৈ গৈছিলে। তো তেতিয়া sare কয় আৰু আমুকে কিমান পঢ়িছে, তহঁতৰ দ্বাৰা নহব, তহঁতে একেবাৰে নপঢ়। তেতিয়া হসাকে disheartened হৈ গৈছিলো, ভাবিছিলো যে হয় যিখিনি পঢ়া লাগে like 13-14 hours of long studies সেইখিনি তো আমি দিব পৰা নাই, so maybe we are not going to get with flying colors, আমাৰ দ্বাৰা নহব। But jiki nohok, I completed graduation and then process to humai porilu jitia. You know, we are still a work in progress. We have achieved nothing. Eto jitu just process to asile from sitting there to coming here. Hey khini ha amar end hoise. Now it is a journey still yet to begin. Ami bahut khini jabologia hoise, miles to go. Ar hikibologia bahut khini ase. Moi to newbie hoy. Ar moi ei process to sobotse dangor jitu ornament, jitu gohana hisabe nijor logot rakhisilu, that was honesty. মই মোৰ ইন্টাৰভিউত I was trying to be as honest as possible. মই তেওঁলোকক এটো কনভে কৰি দিছিলো যে স্যাৰ I am a newbie, মই একো কথা বেছিকে নাজানো, মই যিখিনি পঢ়িব লাগে এজন এসপাইৰেন্ট সেইখিনি মই মোৰ লগত লৈ আহিছো, বাট মোৰ ডিটাৰমিনেশন আছে যে আপোনালোকে মোক যিখিনি শিকাব সেইখিনি কিন্তু মই ভালকে কৰিম আৰু মোৰ জবটো ডিলিজেন্টলি কৰি গৈ থাকিম। I will be true to my service. আৰু মই ইয়াত কোনো ধৰণৰ drastic changes definitely আনিব নোৱাৰো। I am a small person, I am a single person. I can make minor changes. যিখিনি মোৰ capacity থাকিব তেনুকা সৰু সৰু ধৰণৰ reformations বোৰ মই চেষ্টা কৰি মানিবলে। ধৰি লওক এটা মই পুলিশ ডিপাৰ্টমেন্টত সিলেক্ট হৈছো যেতিয়া, তো তাত কি হ'ব যেটো পুলিশ আৰু মানুহৰ মাজৰ যেটো ডিলিংস, যেটো গ্ৰাসৰুট ডিলিং থাকে, নৰমালি মানুহৰ এটা পুলিশৰ প্ৰতি এটা ৰিলাক্টেন্স, এটা বিহেভিয়াৰ থাকে। So মই যদি পাৰো মোৰ capacity যিখিনি পুলিশ ষ্টেচনছ আছে মই সেই তেনুকা ধৰণৰ reformations আনিম যেটা পাব্লিক ডিলিংস টু ভাল হওক, মানুহে তালে আহিবলে কাৰণে ৰিলাক্টেন্ট ফিল নকৰ। তো তেনুকা ধৰণৰ মাইনৰ চেঞ্জেস বোৰ মই আনিবলে সোসাইটিত ট্ৰাই কৰিম, বাট I can tell you that I am not here to bring a drastic change and nobody can do it single-handedly. But trust me, with young officers like us, we can do a drastic change যদি আমি unitedly কাম কৰি যাওঁ। ইয়াত থকা সকলোখিনি অফিচাৰ্সক I want to extend my heartiest congratulations. আমাৰ এতিয়া আৰু আগন্তুক জাৰ্নিত আমি সদায় একেলগে থাকিম আৰু আশা কৰো আপোনালোকৰ কৰ্মজীৱন ভালদৰে চলি যাব। আৰু I want to see more young aspirants from sitting there to coming here and going forward in life. কাৰণ because যেতিয়া কালি CM আমাক এপইন্টমেন্ট লেটাৰখন দিছে, তেওঁ এটো কথা কৈছে যে APSC এতিয়া বহুত এটা প্ৰমিসিং প্ল্যাটফৰ্ম হৈ পৰিছে। আপোনালোকে দেখিব যেটো সপোন আগতে মানুহে দেখিবলৈ অলপ ৰিলাক্টেন্ট ফিল কৰিছিলে, হেসিটেন্ট ফিল কৰিছিলে, এতিয়া তেওঁলোকে গম পাইছে যে with hard work, merit and perseverance. এই তিনিটা বস্তু, এই তিনিটা ফেক্টৰ যদি তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ হাৰ্টত ৰাখে, they will achieve. ফাৰ্ষ্ট এটেম্পটত নহ'লে ছেকেণ্ড এটেম্পটত, আৰু এই প্ৰচেছটোত কিন্তু অকল ৰিজাল্ট লৈ পিনি ওলাই অহাটোৱে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট নহয়. ট্ৰাষ্ট মি, দিছ প্ৰচেছ উইল টিচ ইউ থিংছ ডেট নাথিং, no service in other aspect can teach you. ঠিক আছে, এই প্ৰচেছটোত আপোনালোকে যিখিনি শিকিব নহয়, ইটছ গোয়িং টু ষ্টে. নলেজ ইজ পাৱাৰ, আৰু এই প্ৰচেছে আপোনালোকক নলেজ দিব. চ' মই আশা কৰোঁ যে আপোনালোকো আমাৰ মাজত এদিন আহি পিনি এনেকৈ উপস্থিত হয়, এণ্ড উই আৰ ভেৰি ইগাৰ টু ৱৰ্ক উইথ ইউ. চ' গড স্পীড, এণ্ড থেংক ইউ ছ' মাছ ফৰ হেভিং মি.
Thank you so much for your powerful words. Now I would like to invite Block Development Officer Monashri Priyamborua over the podium to kindly share her story of success.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to thank Director Sir as well as Team CSAP for calling me to in today's platform. And regarding my experience, I'm a fresher. আৰু মোৰ জাৰ্ণিৰ কথা ক'বলৈ গ'লে মই মাষ্টাৰ্ছ কমপ্লিট কৰাৰ পিছত 2021ত মই ষ্টাৰ্ট দিছিলোঁ. আৰু যিহেতু আমি জানো যে চিভিল ছাৰ্ভিচ এক্সামিনেশ্যনছত প্ৰিলিমছ মেইনছ ভাইবা তিনিটা বেলেগ বেলেগ ফেজ হয়, আৰু বেলেগ বেলেগ ফেজত বেলেগ বেলেগ ডাইৰেকশ্যন লাগে. চ' সৰুৰ পৰা ভাবিছিলোঁ যে চিভিল ছাৰ্ভেণ্ট হ'ম, কিন্তু ডাইৰেকশ্যনলেছ আছিলোঁ. আৰু সেইখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত ৰাজদীপ ছাৰৰ বহুতখিনি গাইডেঞ্চ পালোঁ, ডাইৰেকশ্যন পালোঁ. বেলেগ বেলেগ ষ্টেজত কেনেকৈ ষ্ট্ৰেটেজি বনাই আগবাঢ়িম, সেইখিনিত মোক বহুত হেল্প কৰিল. সেইবাবে মই সদায় থেংকফুল. আৰু বাকী মই এইটোৱে ভাবিছিলোঁ যে যিহেতু টাইম বহুত কম আছিল মোৰ ওচৰত, আৰু মই ফ্ৰেছাৰ আছিলোঁ, সেইকাৰণে মই এইটোৱে ভাবিছিলোঁ যে ষ্ট্ৰেটেজিখিনি ষ্ট্ৰং কৰোঁ. বিকজ দেৰ ইজ এ ছেয়িং ডেট ইউ হেভ টু শ্বাৰ্পেন ইয়ৰ এক্স বিফ'ৰ কাটিং এ ট্ৰী. চ' ষ্ট্ৰেটেজিছবিলাক ষ্ট্ৰং কৰিব চাইছিলোঁ, সদায় নিজৰ লিমিটছবিলাক পুছ কৰিছিলোঁ. আৰু মই কওঁ যে আপোনালোকে ষ্টেটিকখিনি প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰাৰ উপৰিও ডাইনেমিক চ'ৰ্চবিলাক আপডেট কৰি যাওক, বাকী মক টেষ্ট দিয়ক, আৰু প্ৰিভিয়াছ ইয়াৰ কুৱেশ্যনছবিলাক এনালাইচিছ কৰক. যিবোৰ টপিকত হাই ৱেইটেজ আছে সেইখিনি ভালকৈ প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰক. আৰু আনচাৰ ৰাইটিং মেইনছৰ কাৰণে আপোনালোকে আনচাৰ ৰাইটিঙৰ কাৰণে প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰি থাকক. বাকী এছে, এথিক্স আৰু অপশ্যনেল কেইখনত বেছি মানে ফ'কাছ দিয়ক. আৰু ভাইবাৰ কাৰণেতো ছাৰহেঁত আছেই, এইখিনি ক্লিয়াৰ হৈ গ'লে গাইডেঞ্চ দিবলৈ. আৰু ডিম'টিভেট নহ'ব, সদায় পজিটিভিটিত ফ'কাছ কৰিব. মানে ছ'চাইটিৰ পৰা যি টি কথা আমি শুনি থাকিব পাৰোঁ, আৰু সেইবিলাক শুনি আমি ডিম'টিভেট হৈ যাব পাৰোঁ, কিন্তু সেইবিলাক হাৰ্টলি নল'ব. নিজৰ ওপৰত ফেইথ ৰাখিব, কনচিষ্টেণ্ট হ'ব. বাকী ডিচিপ্লিন ৱেত নিজকে আগবঢ়াই লৈ যাব. মই ভাবোঁ তেতিয়া আপোনালোক সফল হ'বই হ'ব. থেংক ইউ.
Thank you, Monashri Priyamborua, for your wonderful words. Now, I would like to take the privilege to invite ACS officer Mukhibul Ali over the podium and share his success story. Sorry for the inconvenience. He has left the event due to some health reasons. Moving forward, I would like to invite Assistant Employment Officer Manoj Datta over the podium and share his story.
Good afternoon all. First of all, I'd like to thank Civil Services Achievers Point for felicitating me and giving me such an opportunity to stand before you. My education background was I have completed my BTech in Instrumentation Engineering from Central Institute of Technology, Kukrazar, in the year of 2016. And after that, passing out from CIT, I have worked as a site engineer in NTPC Bongaigaon power plant for about 3 years. Then in the last half of 2019, I have started my preparation for civil services examination, and this is my first attempt in APSC, and my optional paper was history, and I have taken optional paper history due to overlapping of its syllabus with GS papers, and and if we have a strong knowledge in history optional paper, then we can approach the essay paper, and a background of history will help us in write a good answer in each and every subject and regarding this preparation and strategy, my batchmates have already explained nicely all the strategies, and I have advised all of you to be more focused on double E, that is optional 1, optional 2, and ethics and essay paper during this preparation, which will be very helpful. And this four paper, that is 1,000 mark is game changer in mains, and and good marks in mains examination will list you in final merit list. And during my journey, I have come with civil service achiever point in the here and initiative of Mission 1000 just few months ago of prelims examination held in 2021, and during this portal Mission 1000 I have got the opportunity to read the smart book of CSAP, which helped me a lot in this preparation, and video lectures of this institute. And after passing the prelims exam, I have contacted Rajiv sir during the mains answer writing program, and that helped me also a lot in appear in this exam. And after clearing the mains examination, during mock paper process, Rajiv sir and one panel also guide me a lot and encourage me to sit the APSC interview board, that yes, you will be able to do that, and with such encouragement from sirs, and I have been finally able to got a name in final list. And I want to say one thing, that hard work and consistency in your study is the only key to success in examination, and be self-determined and the disciplined way. Preparation is the key to success. And finally, I wish all the best to future aspirants for this examination. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manoj Datta. Now I welcome Block Development Officer, who is also the ex-faculty of CSAP, Antaranga Talukdar sir, to kindly come over the podium and share his story.
সকলোকৈ বিশেষকৈ ৰাজদীপ ছাৰ আৰু ইয়াতে উপস্থিত সকলোকে মোৰ নমস্কাৰ। প্ৰথমে আসলতে যেহেতু ক'ব দিছে যাত্ৰাৰ বিষয়ে, কিন্তু মই এতিয়াও নিজকে তাৰ যোগ্য বুলি ভাবা নাই। মোৰ যাত্ৰা যে এতিয়াও শেষ হ'ল বা মোৰ যাত্ৰাৰ বিষয়ে কাৰোবাক কিবা ইনস্পিৰেশ্যন দিব পাৰিম, সেই বিষয়ে তেনেকুৱা একো নাই। চিম্পল জাৰ্নি, তেনেকৈ আগুৱালোঁ, তেনেকৈ পঢ়িলোঁ, সঁচা কথা। খালি মই ইয়াতে এটা বস্তু কৈ যাম, মানে সকলো প্ৰিপাৰেশ্যনৰ পিছত এটা হিডেন কি পইণ্ট এটা থাকে, সেইটো হৈছে আপোনালোকে নিজকে কেনেকৈ মটিভেট কৰি ৰাখে। কাৰণ আপুনি যদি নিজকে অলৰেডি ভিতৰেদি মটিভেট কৰি ৰাখিছে, তেতিয়াহ'লে আপোনাক পঢ়িবৰ কাৰণে ঘৰৰ পৰা ক'ব নালাগে যে বাবা ইমান এই কৰিব নালাগে, এতিয়া অলপ পঢ়ি লওক। আপোনাৰ যদি নিজৰ ভিতৰৰ পৰা এটা আহে নহয় যে মই মানে পঢ়িব লাগে, তেতিয়া আপুনি ৰাতি 2টা বজাত বিচনাৰ পৰা জাপ মাৰি উঠি 1 ঘণ্টা পঢ়ি দিব। সেইটো মানে মটিভেশ্যনটো আনিবৰ কাৰণে মই কেইটামান শ্বৰ্ট ট্ৰিক্স দিম, সেইটো আপোনালোকে ল'ব পাৰে, নল'বও পাৰে। মই কি কৰিছিলোঁ, মোৰ ফেচবুকৰ প্ৰফাইলটো গোটেই বিউৰ'ক্ৰেটেৰে ভৰাই ৰাখিছিলোঁ। যাকে নাম দেখোঁ, ৱৰ্কছ এট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট অফ আছাম, ফ্ৰেণ্ড ৰিকুৱেষ্ট চেণ্ট লগালগ। তেওঁলোকৰ মানে মই চাই থাকোঁ তেওঁলোকৰ ডে টু ডে লাইফষ্টাইলটো কেনেকুৱা, তেওঁলোকে কি কৰি আছে, তেওঁলোকৰ উল্লেখযোগ্য কাম কি। মই তেনেকৈ দেখি বহুত মানে নিজকে মটিভেশ্যন, মই এইটো পজিশ্যনত যাম, এদিন নহয় এদিনটো মই এইটো পজিশ্যনত যামেই মানে কেতিয়াবা। আৰু তাৰ আগতে এতিয়া মই শ্বৰ্ট এটা লওঁ, মানে মই অভয়াপুৰী বঙাইগাঁৱৰ, মই এবাৰ ভিডিঅ'ত পালোঁ আৰু ক্লাছ 7লৈকে ঘৰত থাকিলোঁ। তাৰপিছত ঘৰৰ পৰা উলিয়াই পঠালে 8ত যায় গুৱাহাটীত পঢ়, তাৰপিছত 8ৰ পৰা মই অসম জাতীয় বিদ্যালয়ত পঢ়িলোঁ ইয়াতে। তাৰপিছত মই বিবৰত ছায়েন্সত পঢ়ি NIT শিলচৰ ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং, চিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ড, আৰু সেইকাৰণে মই এতিয়া হিষ্ট্ৰী অপশ্যনেল ল'লোঁ। কাৰণ যেতিয়াই মই প্ৰথম চিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিঙৰ চিলেবাছখন দেখিলোঁ, মই গম পালোঁ মোৰ দ্বাৰা নহ'ব। চ' ইতিহাস বিষয়টো মোক সদায় মানে হিষ্ট্ৰীয়ে সদায় মোক এট্ৰেকশ্যন এটা আছিলে, আৰু সেইকাৰণে মই ইতিহাসটোৰ কাৰণেই মই মেইনলি পৰীক্ষাটো দিব আহিলোঁ। আৰু আচলতে আমাৰ দুজন ছিনিয়ৰ দাদা আছিলে, তেওঁ এতিয়া ACS বিষয়ত তামোলপুৰত আছে। তেওঁ কুইজ দিছিলে একেলগে। তেওঁ তেতিয়া ক'লে যে তই পাৰিবি, অলপ কষ্ট কৰ, পাৰি যাবি। মই তেতিয়া বঢ়িয়া প্ৰথম মাহ মানে 7th চেমৰ প্ৰথম মাহ জব লাগি গ'ল। বঢ়িয়া, মই আৰামছে জব কৰিম, বেংগলোৰ থাকিম, ভাল জব। ঘূৰি আহি তাৰপিছত মই গেট প্ৰিপেৰেশ্যন কৰি বঢ়িয়াকৈ প্ৰফেচাৰ হ'ম, লাইফ ছেটেল। সেই দাদাই যে ক'লে তই পাৰিবি, লগালগ মই না নিদিওঁ আৰু জব নকৰোঁ। লগালগ মই তেওঁলোকক ইনফৰ্ম কৰিলোঁ ঘৰত সোধাৰ আগতেই যে মই জবটো জইন কৰিব নোৱাৰিম। তাৰপিছত মই ঘৰত ক'লোঁ যে মই এই কৰিম, আৰু এই ক্ষেত্ৰত মই ঘৰক সদায় থেংক ইউ দিম। তেওঁলোকে মোক ইমান ছাপৰ্ট দিলে। মাহঁতে বুজিও নাপায়, মানে পৰীক্ষা জানে তেওঁলোকে, তেওঁ মানে প্ৰফেচাৰে, কিন্তু তেওঁ গম নাপায় যে পৰীক্ষাটো কেনেকৈ কি কৰিব লাগে। কিন্তু তেওঁলোকে সৰু সৰু যিবিলাক ছাপৰ্ট দিছে, মানে এতিয়া মই যেতিয়া পঢ়ি থাকোঁ, পঢ়ি থাকিলে এতিয়া তেওঁলোকে ঘৰত যদি কিবা এটা কাম হ'লে মোক নকয় আৰু তেওঁলোকে নিজে কৰি দিয়ে। চ' সেইবিলাক সৰু সৰু ছাপৰ্ট, মোৰ লগৰ ল'ৰাকেইজনৰ ছাপৰ্ট, শিকিদৰেও জানে মই নিজৰ যিটো মানে টাইমলাইন আছিলে, খুব বেছি 4ৰ পৰা 6 ঘণ্টা পঢ়িছিলোঁ, কাৰণ মই UPSCৰ কাৰণে একেলগে কৰি আছিলোঁ। আৰু বাকী সময়খিনি দুপৰীয়া 1টা মানৰ পৰা সন্ধিয়া 7টা মানলৈকে মোৰ টাইম। এটা ছিৰিজ বাদ দিয়া নাই, তাৰপিছত এখন মুভি বাদ দিয়া নাই। লগৰকেইটা সদায় আবেলি ফোন কৰে, অলপ ওলাই যাওঁ, তেনেকুৱা সদায় চলি থাকিল। কিন্তু পঢ়াৰ সময়ত মই লাগিলে যেনেকেই নহওক, মই ৰাতি 2টা বজাত হ'লেও মই নিজৰ পঢ়াখিনি শেষ কৰিম। আৰু তাৰপিছত আহিল APSC, প্ৰিলিমছ পাৰ হ'লোঁ। আছিল বিশ্বাস পাৰ হৈ যাম বুলি, মেইনছতো বিশ্বাস আছিল পাৰ হৈ যাম বুলি। কিন্তু সেইখিনি সময়তে এটা বস্তু যিটো প্ৰত্যেকগৰাকী পৰীক্ষাৰ্থী এদিন নহয় এদিন ফিল কৰিব, সেইটো হৈছে আপোনালোকৰ ওপৰত মানসিক কষ্ট এটা আহে। যদি নহয় মোৰ কি হ'ব, মই কি কৰিম, মোৰতো একোৱেই নাই। মই ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিঙত না এতিয়া মই ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং পাৰিম, না মই বেলেগ কিবা কৰিব পাৰিম। এতিয়া মোৰ হাতত একো বেলেগ ৰাস্তাই নাই। আৰু যেতিয়া লগৰবিলাকে দেখোঁ ল'লে এখন, কোনোবাই এটা ঘৰ উঠালে, মই দেখি থাকোঁ এইবোৰ। চ' মই মানে তেনেকৈ চাই মোৰ বহুত বেয়া লাগে। কিন্তু এই ক্ষেত্ৰত মানে ভাবিলোঁ মই চেলেঞ্জ হিচাপে ল'লোঁ এইটো বস্তু। বেয়া ডেফিনেটলি লাগে। আৰু নিজকে বিজি ৰাখিবৰ কাৰণে মই তেতিয়া এটা আইডিয়া আহিল যে মই যিখিনি বস্তু নিজে কষ্ট কৰি 2019ৰ পৰা শিকিছোঁ, সেইখিনি বস্তু মই কাৰোবাক শিকাই থোৱা ভাল। মোৰ ৰিভিজন হ'ব, আৰু যিকেইজন মানুহে এতিয়া পঢ়ে তেওঁলোকে গম পাব যে ভাল লাগিল নে নাই। চ' মই প্ৰথমেই তেতিয়া মই ষ্টাফ কলেজত কোচিং কৰিছিলোঁ অসম চৰকাৰৰ। নেক্সট বাৰ শুনিলোঁ যে ৰাজদীপ ছাৰহঁতৰ CSAP কৰাই আছে। মই ছাৰৰ নাম তেতিয়াই শুনিছোঁ। আৰু তাৰপিছত মই প্ৰথম বেলেগত মই এপ্ৰ'চ কৰা নাই, মই ছাৰৰ ওচৰত গ'লোঁ যে ছাৰ ভেকেঞ্চি আছে নে কিবা হ'লেই হ'ল। আৰু ছাৰে ক'লে যে পঢ়োৱা। প্ৰথম পলিটি ক্লাছ ল'লোঁ, তাৰপিছত হিষ্ট্ৰী ল'লোঁ। হিষ্ট্ৰী চাগে এইকেইজন মোৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টো বহি আছে, কেনেবা পালে তেওঁলোকে নাজানো। বাট মেইন মই এটা বস্তু এজন টিচাৰৰ পইণ্ট অফ ভিউৰ পৰা কওঁ, মই এতিয়া মানে টিচাৰ বুলি ক'ব নোৱাৰোঁ নিজকে। এজ এ ফ্ৰেণ্ডলি মেণ্টৰ হিচাপে মই ক'ব পাৰোঁ যে যদি যিটো বিষয় আপুনি নিজে পঢ়ে, সেই বস্তুটো যদি কাৰোবাক বুজাই দিয়ে, আপুনি বেছি ভালকৈ ক্লিয়াৰ হ'ব তেতিয়া বস্তুটো। সেইকাৰণে এটা ভাল গ্ৰুপ এটা সকলোৱে মেইনটেইন কৰিব, যাতে ইয়াতে কোনো সৰু ডাঙৰ লাগিলে লগৰজন আপোনাতকৈ 10 বছৰ ডাঙৰ হওক, কিন্তু তেওঁৰ লগতো আপোনাৰ যিটো এটা ফ্ৰেণ্ডলি মেণ্টৰশ্বিপ টাইপ যিটো এটা গাইডেঞ্চ, এজনে আনজনৰ লগত জ্ঞানৰ শ্বেয়াৰিং কৰা, সেই বস্তুটো এটা সময়ত বহুত কামত আহে। আৰু মই এতিয়া আফচোচ কৰোঁ আচলতে যে মই এইটো জেগাত আগে আহিব লাগিছিলে এজ এ ফেকাল্টি। কাৰণ মানে মই মেইনছ দিয়াৰ পিছত মই ফেকাল্টি জইন কৰিছোঁ, তেতিয়ালৈকে মোৰ লিখা মেলা কামখিনি হৈ গ'ল। চ' তাৰ পিছতহে মই গম পালোঁ যে মোৰ কিমান পঢ়িব বাকী আছিল যেতিয়া পঢ়াই আছিলোঁ। চ' কোনোবা যদি ভাবিছে নিজকে পঢ়াওক, মানে আইনাত চাই হ'লেও নিজকে পঢ়াওক, বেছি ভালকৈ বুজি পাব। আৰু লাষ্টত আকৌ এবাৰ ৰাজদীপ ছাৰক থেংক ইউ, আমাক এই সুবিধাকণ দিয়াৰ বাবে আজি, আৰু সকলোকে কংগ্ৰেচুলেশ্যন, থেংক ইউ।
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful words. It was very inspiring for us. Now, I would like to invite our faculty of CSAP, Ijaz Ahmed sir, to kindly come over the podium and share his thoughts. Thank you, sir.
A very good afternoon to each one of you. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate all the successful candidates. Okay, a heart full of congratulations to each one of you. And I'm so happy to see all my students here. So today, actually, the purpose is to take a lot of inspiration from the success stories These are the success stories which are sitting right in front of you. And I want each one of you, okay? I want each one of you here next year. If not next year, next to next year. If not next to next year, the year next to it. Okay? So I want a promise from each one of you today. You have to, okay? We are here, Rajdeep sir is here, I am here, all the other faculty members are here. You have to travel this journey. Okay? So I will not keep my speech long. See, first of all, I would like to repeat what Rajdeep sir has said. He has mentioned a very, very important word, which is most important to be present inside of us before you may or may not become an officer. But you need to have this value of empathy. Okay? Empathy is a word which most of us do not know the meaning of. Empathy is not just a word. Okay? It's a huge word. Okay? Empathy, do not mistake empathy or do not confuse empathy with the word sympathy. Empathy is not sympathy. Okay? Most of us do not understand the meaning of the word empathy. Empathy means when you enter into somebody else's feelings. When you step into the shoes of somebody else. So when you come across a beggar, okay, or when you come across a person who is facing a lot of challenges in your life, empathy, when you feel pity for him, okay, that is not empathy, that is simply sympathy. Okay, when you put yourself in that same situation, when you analyze it, that is the meaning of empathy. And please try to develop this habit of empathy in each one of you. It will take you a long way. Okay, it will take you a long way. So that was the first thing. Next thing, see, Lord Buddha has inspired me in more ways than one. Okay, he is a huge source of inspiration for so many of us. Now, if you analyze the life of Lord Buddha, there is a very, he has got many good things about him, but one of the most fascinating qualities of him, which has attracted me very much, is dignity of work. Okay, he paid a lot of attention. He believed in dignity of work, for which, okay, we all know the importance and significance of Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha, he was one of the greatest religious leaders of that time. Okay, I'm talking about the time in which he lived. Yet, he did not think twice before paying the same amount of respect to a prostitute. Just keep that in mind. Even today, we feel hesitant. Okay, so just bring every work, always keep this one thing in mind, every job is worthy of respect. Every job, we all are equal. Okay? So that is another quality I want each one of you to have inside of you. Then, regarding the preparations, I think most of the things have been already discussed and mentioned by the successful candidates in a very beautiful and in a very lucid manner. But I just want to say one more thing, that there is no set formula. Okay? Many people might tell you many things. Even if you go to YouTube, if you come across many channels, the YouTubers will ask you to prepare in their own different ways. But as per me, if you take my opinion, there is no set formula. What works for you might not work for someone else. And each one of you have to come up with your own formula to crack this examination. That is up to you. We can only guide you. We can only teach you. We can only fill your minds with knowledge. But we cannot teach you that particular formula. Okay, it has been tailor-made for each one of you. You just need to identify that path. Okay? Now next, along with Lord Buddha, another great source of inspiration for me has been Swami Vivekananda. Because I did my schooling from Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya, and Swamiji said he made a very profound statement. He said that when you do not come across any challenges, okay, when you do not come across any challenges in your life, be sure about one thing, that you are on the wrong path. Okay? When you, jodi tumar jiboনত ekো সমস্যাই নাই, if everything is hunky and dory, that means you are on the wrong path. So, okay, so do not be afraid of challenges. Okay, do not be afraid of challenges. Another great statement with regard to challenges which has been made is that, challenges will give you two things. Okay, it will either give you failures. Okay, it will either give you success. Okay, if you overcome the challenge, it will either give you success or experience. Okay, challenges will give you two things. It will either give you success or experience. So, you will be a winner in both the cases. Okay, so please face the challenges. Take the bull by the horns, as they say. Okay, so that is another thing which I wanted to say. And last thing which I want you guys to develop, if you need to crack civil service examinations, and I hope all the successful candidates out here will agree with me, you need to have a lot of patience. Patience is the key. There will be depressing moments, I'm telling you. There will be depressing moments when you will feel like quitting and giving up. Okay? It's a part and parcel of this preparation. It's a part and parcel of this journey. But even during those moments, you need to keep yourself motivated. They've already taught you, they've already said, they've already mentioned about some techniques. Okay, for example, you need to talk to people who are not in the same journey, who are from different fields. For example, just because you are into civil service preparation doesn't mean you have to snap ties with your best friend who is not preparing for civil services. Those people will always be dear to you. Okay, keep your friends around you because they are the ones. Okay, I'm not just saying about the friends, whoever is close to you, whoever understands you, always keep them around you. Okay, they are the ones who will lift you in times of depression. Okay, so on that note, I am concluding my speech, and once again, I would like to congratulate all the successful candidates, and I wish each one of you success, and I also wish all of you have a bright career ahead in civil services. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Uzan sir, for guiding us through the right path. I'm sure that all of us who have this dream of wearing a uniform or being a part of the administrative system will pave their path, and that too very soon. As we have reached to the end of our successful event, I, Mrigashri Borua, would like to thank to the organization, Civil Services Achievers Point, and especially our director of CSAP, Mr. Rajdip Lekharu sir, for giving me this opportunity to host the wonderful event and for successfully conducting this felicitation ceremony. On behalf of the organization, I thank all the newly appointed officers for being a part of the nation's building process and who are soon going to be in charge with power and with their oath. I thank to all the media persons for gracing our event with their presence and capturing the wonderful moments. I thank the faculty team for their immense support towards the institutions, towards the students, and for the event. And also thank to all the members of the non-teaching staff for their hard work. Last but not the least, I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to the audience for coordinating throughout the whole event. May the present aspirants be successful and become officers too with a successful life. Before conducting the event officially, I would like to recite a small para to all of us present here. To the stars I ponder at, to the sky I live under which, the land where I breathe in, to the universe I am born in. The reality of life is the day we break the mind's illusion. May the tales of life's journey from A to B, as the philosophers say, be blessed with serenity and strength to face every challenge. I spell this prayer to all the elements of earth to bless us with immense strength to understand ourselves so that we always have a clear vision that what we need in life, what we seek in life, what we want, what we don't want, may we transform ourselves with full of knowledge, with full of gratitude, and with full of peace. This is a small paragraph written by me to all of us present here. Thank you so much.